That should begin us.
Off we
Welcome
go.
to League of We're just playing League of Legends. There is no Ruin King.
That's the whole stream. It's League.
We're just playing League. There's no Ruin King. We're just playing League of Legends. I'm gonna pick
League stream.
I'm pretty sure if I played League, like, actually on stream, I would be the worst League player on Twitch.tv.
No, because I can't play melee champs at all, in the slightest, except for Yorick.
Wait, you can't even play, like, Singed? Dragon!
No. No. I need you to understand, Rouse, that characters where, like, you run up and hit them and like, they don't vibe with my brain anymore. I don't know what happened.
Hey, Dragon.
Like,
You
at
can't,
some
like,
point...
no, hold on,
Hi,
no
Dragon.
melee?
If I play, I used to be fine with Warwick. If I play Warwick now, I will just get maced over and over and go like
And
1 in
Luna's
17.
here.
Like it's bad.
Twitch gives me notifications more than an hour late. Nice having the Discord ping. It is true! Why does nobody get my notifications? Why does this keep happening to me?
That has happened to me.
Yeah, like, I know Swirls mentioned it. I know Rangers mentioned it too. Drawing your first Sona, Luna? What's your first Sona? I'm curious. I still have to pick an upgrade point. Panda.
Panda. That's, you know what? I haven't seen a panda persona before. Not that,
They
like.
got a cool color scheme.
Oh yeah, no. I vibe with pandas. Have you seen a panda in real life, Rose?
No, my local zoo sucks.
I have seen a panda in real life, and let me tell you, that they're pretty cute. They look a lot more huggable in person.
I've seen
bad.
wolves.
You've seen wolves in real life.
Both in a zoo and in real life, yes.
Because I used to, you know, I used to do work for the zoo. I have interacted with many animals that would be considered a bit exotic. I told you about the boars and the ostrich, right?
I believe so, yes.
There was they had like an actual just straight up farm hog that was like going to be, that someone was like, showed up and was like, hey, we're gonna kill this pig, do you want it? And they were like, yeah, sure.
Salty, you hate League. Don't worry, this is League adjacent.
If it makes you feel better, Salty, it was not made by Riot. It was made by, it got stuff from the writing team, but, like, it was made by Airship Syndicate.
Riot has a writing team for their main lore? I thought they only had lore writing teams for
Oh,
their,
they used to, Rouse. They fired all but the head writer, when they did the Ruination event.
I forgot what the sprint button was.
It's not much of an increase in speed. So, like, if you don't get it down, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I remember now, it's stupid.
Alright, so welcome to fucking Grey Harbor.
Welcome to the first dungeon of the game, I think.
I'd say it's a dungeon, although it's not very threatening.
Fog. I see where it gets its name.
That's right, the Grey Harbor filled with fog, like Silent Hill, also known as Grey Hill.
This place.
Yeah, so what you're gonna want to go is you're gonna want to go to the town square, although it's a circle.
The fuck is a Druvask?
A Druvask is a type of boar in the Freljord.
They are festering.
It's the one that Sejuani rides.
Such thing.
Oh, those things.
We will
Yeah.
return motion.
Why do I know that? Oh god. I hate Sejuani.
Wow, not liking Shizwan. Who do you think's best for Freljord, huh?
Yes, of course.
Oh, what, between Sejuani and Ash?
There's a third option?
Oh, Lysandra?
There are 3? Wow, Luna, not... Good job cleaning your room. I wish I had that self-discipline.
I think the Freljord belongs to Braum.
What faction does Braum belong to again?
I think he backs Ash's side.
Ash and her, like, murder husband?
Yeah, I'm not too big on Ash's
What have you
lore.
gotten yourself into now, bro?
I do like her... I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to think about this. I don't think their marriage has any lore.
I love how Braum is like all excited about about Alawi's religion.
Well, yeah. He believes in the demigods of the Freljord. Because that's what Volibear was the whole time. That wasn't a retcon.
See, Rose, I need you to understand that they're doing this like as you go later in this game, you'll understand they're doing this like fucking Neil Gaiman American God style, where like multiple mythologies are true at once.
I feel like we're gonna get a lore reveal that Runeterra is like a bunch of worlds cobbled together.
I think that's kind of how the regions were designed before they started like creating.
Oh, yeah, no. The old lore was fucking terrible.
It was not always.
Just-
You guys remember when Janna was I don't know, she was like a weather reporter or something? It was weird.
That
she had,
was
like,
a
thing with
that was a
there
skin.
that was a skin, but there was also a thing with Zillion. They had a weather balloon.
Just remember, if you think your writing is bad, just remember that at one point in League canon, one of the writers' self-insert was dating Nidalee.
I need you to understand that Zillion and Janna had a weather balloon, and it was called the Led Zeppelin. That was an unironic thing that they did in the lore. And then around to like 2015, when they started writing Arcane and like redoing the rest of the lore, they were like, you know what?
That was way before Arcane with the big lore update.
No, they started writing the lore update like at the same time that they started writing Arcane. Like it was years back.
Great champions of darkness.
Oh, hi, Hecarim.
Shores of Bilgewater.
Yeah,
I forget that you literally lead the Harrowing like every year.
Yeah, he's a big fan of the murder.
Yeah, he's like the guy that shows up first.
Hecarim likes the conquest. Hecarim likes the conquest of like the world because he doesn't like being stuck in the Shadow Isles. And
I
it's
mean,
just, like,
fair.
He got them soldier instincts, I guess.
You're gonna pretend you know what I'm talking about? Okay, Luna, here's what we're talking about. Things.
The Centaur Man is like the Centaur Man was fused with his horse during an apocalypse, much like how people are fused with objects from nukes.
All you have to know is I hate Viego.
But like,
we haven't even gotten to Viego yet.
no, Viego is. You're not gonna see Viego for a hot minute. Like, I think after Grey Harbor, you might see him in a flashback, but it's probably. I think it's on Thresh.
Probably just an update if it's just Act 2 salty. That's usually how early access go. You're not gonna get a full release until like they have the full game.
That night I called upon the power of my goddess Nagakaboros.
They
Who-
pretty much
what-
never put it in the demo. Yeah.
Yet somehow the mist has returned.
Where's my satisfactory update? Actually, I don't even know if what they're working on next.
Luna has opinions.
Alawi would probably murder you. It's not early access.
Alawi could actually crush your skull like a watermelon.
For the good of her goddess.
And the shadows with it.
Where's Bard? Can he show up for a cameo?
It's not an early access, it's a demo. Salty, they update demos way less than early access. Usually demos get like one hotfix and that's about it.
Don't remind me of Enchained. Where's that full game release? Enchained is this game where you have a chain and a gun and you gotta kill things. It's real fun.
I had some very vivid dreams. Like when I had some very vivid dreams And you ever have dreams that are like super cool and interesting, but you can't explain any individual part of it because it like requires everyone. It requires the person to already know the entire thing all the way through because it's like it kind of jumps around non-linearly, and like there's other stuff that doesn't really get explained in the plot, but is still important. Like when you're actually having a dream, there's stuff that you inherently know about the dream world that you would have to explain to someone in real life because it's not told in the dream.
Swirl, are you telling me your dreams have lore?
Do your dreams not have lore?
Swirl, I don't remember my dreams.
Well, that's unfortunate for you.
The last dreams I remember were the ones where I was high as hell and I thought I was still in a Discord call.
Happens to the best of us.
Your death will be without hope.
Was it because of the... Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I don't really remember my dreams.
There's object permanence in my dream.
We're gonna learn that Swirl just has, like, her own continuity of lore inside of her dream world.
No, a lot of my dreams are, like... a lot of my dreams are vaguely related to stuff that I include in my writing. And then a lot of it is just, like, whatever the hell my brain was going off about at the moment. So, I took a nap today. I had 2 separate dreams. Both were full plots. This one was... The one I remember... One of them was, like...
Oh, I gotta
zombie
heal.
high. It was like my brain is gonna mash them together in my head, but because both of them were pretty similar, I just want you to imagine something like imagine the plot of like Sonic 06, but it was like zombie mecha hive mind kaiju nonsense.
I see.
That's like it doesn't really make.
I don't have words for that.
Oh, hold on. There was a.
Can't say I remember the plot of Sonic 06. Okay, so Dragon, here is the plot of Sonic 06. No.
Okay, here. Maybe Sonic Colors would have been a little closer. Forces, actually.
Wow, I did all of that and all I got is a level up for just
Forces would have
units.
been closer.
Oh, so you were the rookie in Sonic's new army to liberate the world?
Well, it's somewhere in between Forces and Frontiers.
I cannot wait to do my fucking Sonic Forces stream. Yes, I will be streaming that at some point because it's the best game ever made.
It's gonna be a time.
I've already beaten Forces once. I beat it on the Switch. Well, my friend's Switch. For reasons unknown, my friend, me and like 3 of my buddies decided we were all going to beat Sonic 06 one summer.
I see.
We all did. I learned that the fucking song, Sans' theme from Undertale makes me do worse at video games.
Okay, hold on. So I've separated the dreams better in my head. So the first dream was like more along the plot of like Dying Light.
Okay.
There was for whatever reason there was it was like there's some stuff that like happens for whatever reason whenever I have some kind of zombie dream, it has to do with like the beach and like the city around the beach, which I'm gonna choose to blame on Dead Island. But
an
both
interesting
of these
setting for
yeah, I remember towards the end of the second one though, so like there was a
the floor's all yours, Swirl.
Sorry, yeah, okay, so there was like an organic mech space alien thing that was going on, and like we were trying to. It's like so there was a crew, and we were trying to deal with like the. God, I'm gonna like mix in between both of these streams. There was something with these Okay, one of them involved like aliens. We were in some kind of like ship that was also giant like pilotable mecha. You know what you know those
Yeah.
you know Voltron type stuff.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Voltron.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was a I remember at one point the ship crashed. The person who was I think he had knocked down like an alien ship or something and had gone into it. And there was the person there who was like behind this apocalypse was like some nefarious like alien overlord cyber entity who was like kind of made of code or something, and then like they were a human from the previous dream that had been or something like that, or like one of my they were from one of my previous dreams, and then they had been like overtaken by like some hive mind, and then they had fused with the ship that they were in, so it created this weird like cyber hive mind parasite that was infecting people and like augmenting them with technology.
I see.
So so like a little bit like the plot of G-Force.
Everyone at home following along. With swirls really.
Did everyone watch the critically acclaimed Disney movie G-Force? You know, the one with the guinea pigs that are secret agents?
You know what? I think I have. Doesn't that have a game?
Yeah, I have the game on. I have the actual, like, the original disc for Xbox 360, and I have the port on Steam.
Why? I came back and heard Gale Force. Salty, we're talking about Gale Force now. Or G-Force.
No, G-Force. We're talking about G-Force. Salty's got it.
Gale Force is a Fire Emblem thing. My brain has been destroyed.
Gale Force is also, like, a League thing now. So it doesn't matter anymore. So you know how in G-Force, technology is being taken over by like a cyber virus that's making it like assemble into like mechs and try and kill humans?
That's the plot of that movie?
Yes.
It's been a while.
There's a little bit more to it than that, but that's basically what happens at the end of it.
Forever hating time constraints. God, yes.
I didn't know it had a Wii port.
I hate time constraints, unless it's pathologic, in which case, apparently, I make an exception.
Oh, did you get the Doran's ring from that chest?
Which chest?
You know what, that's fair. The one from, like, way earlier. You saw it.
I'm pretty sure I got it already.
Yeah, you saw it. There was a spot, you're inside the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you pop back outside for a bit, there's an arcane device. If you
Oh, I did that already.
Oh, okay, you put it in there?
Yeah, I put something in there.
Okay, do you know where the return is?
No, I'll find it though.
Cool. So, because what those do is you put an item in there, it disappears, and then it upgrades it, and you get it back when you find it later.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just a heads up for this next area, there are some puzzles. Also, I recommend you fight every type of enemy in Grey Harbor at least once, because these are the enemies where once you hit level 17, once someone in your party hits level 17, all of these enemies will change to higher tier ones, and then again at level 24. And the previous upgrades you need to get before they upgrade again, or else you will miss those entries in the bestiary. There's no reason to come back here at the higher levels. You're just expected to do that.
I see a safe.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this you-know-how in. Don't worry. We'll explain everything. Alright, so Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, so Yu-Gi-Oh!
I got a lot to say.
You want the safe code, or do you want to figure it out?
I'll try to figure it out.
Okay. The safe code was one of those puzzles where it's actually pretty easy, it's just designed in a way that makes it sort of misleading and annoying if you haven't used a safe in a long time.
Good lord. Gale Force is a good skill. Yeah, Gale Force is also broken, Salty.
I've been, Xavier's been posting about his attempts at, making certain Fire Emblem characters viable.
I see. Is Yasuo taking a swig out of a jug on his victory pose?
Yeah.
Oy vey.
He does that. Yasuo was an alcohol enthusiast. That was like his entire thing for a while. That was like a third of his emo arc.
I think it still is.
It still is, yeah.
So right 2, left 2. God damn it. Awakening builds are fun. They are! So it's 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Got it. I already forgot.
You don't
Crap.
have to write it down, it's right over there.
Yeah, hold on.
And I have the code right here if you need it.
Get me out of this! So 3 to the right, 2 to the left, and then to the right, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there any other clue I'm missing?
Yeah.
What clue could that be? Did I like the story of Awakening? It was alright. There's nothing else to inspect.
I believe you can inspect the safe.
Oh. So it's 3 to the right, 2 to the left, 5 to the right.
Yeah.
So 3 to the right, 2 to the left, 5 to the right. I got something!
Yay.
The fuck did I get?
The blue flame amulet, it's pretty neat.
That's good on Braun, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. A lot of the items you get in chests aren't very useful, but they'll become useful. I did notice you enchanted that shield earlier, or the idol, sorry.
Yeah.
There's an achievement, the game's gonna want you to enchant like 30 different items.
Yeah, bold of them to assume I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it's for achievements. It's pretty stupid.
Yasuo, why weren't you holding a weapon?
That's a good question. See, everyone in the party has a role. Alawi is a bruiser healer.
I just realized what happened. I gave, the weapon that she had equipped, he had equipped to the thing.
Oh, I see.
It let me do that. Awesome.
We never stop.
Good God, there's like 8.
Yeah, you're gonna want to fight the enemies down there. Just because some of their stuff isn't one time. And pay attention to your lane attacks because, well, they want you to be mindful of like the Warfrat's increased mischance. Unless you
I
hit with a
see.
speed attack. Those effects don't start getting like problematic until later in the game. Although I don't know if they get as problematic on normal mode because I played on hard.
We will see.
We shall see.
Die! Yeah, Thracia is a little too hard for me, Salty.
One of the things I was thinking about Barony is that the leveling feels really nice. And it took me a minute to figure it out. But the XP bar, like the XP you need to level up doesn't increase over the course of the run. So every level needs the same amount of XP.
I see.
It's not that enemies give like a particularly large amount of XP over the other. Like some of them do, but that's more circumstantial based on like other mechanics. I think.
Oh, level up. Unlock stuff.
Yeah, I enjoy Barony. It's very fun to start a game as like skeleton or goblin or something and have a 0 in perception and not be able to know if your items are cursed. Yeah, I'm stream Barony. I think that'd be a fun time. And then people can yell at me.
That's why.
Oh, yeah, so runes. You still have to get the shards. I believe they unlock at different levels if the icon is correct. If you want to get more shards though, if you want to get more rune shards. Hi Glyph. You know the friendly neighbors quest that you were doing earlier?
Yeah.
The guy on the docks who gave you the side quest, once you get it done, if you go back to him, I believe you can get rune books from him every time another quest is done. Once you've done that quest.
Interesting. Getting ready for a road
You can
trip.
just come back and repeatedly do that, but they don't store up over time. So if you want a rune book every time like a big side quest is done, you're expected to go back there and talk to them. Which is annoying.
Die.
I did not know that that was an option because that quest bugged for me, like it bugs for most of the community.
I can't wait to see this bug.
If it was... I'm not certain if it's going to bug for you. From what I can tell, you're already in the clear. But the bug is mostly just that the quest progress doesn't update, so you can't do the rest of it.
Got it.
If your quest for friendly neighbors says head to the mom and pop shop still, then you're bugged.
I think we got past that part at least.
Rogue is the fuck close combat class. That is entirely true. But I think Rogue was meant more for you to practice. Like, Rogue and Ninja are both meant for you to practice playing Accursed, because they're, like, built on backstab.
Like Dark Souls.
Yeah, like Dark Souls. But Accursed is built around backstab because it was designed for the vampire race. So the speedrun class, because like everything you just go full like Dex for Dex gives you it's good for like the the snake and all that, but it's also good for it gives you movement speed if you travel light.
Vampire, you say? Is that your class, Swirl?
Exactly. And I don't see Mal.
I have not done a vampire run.
That's a shocker. I am shocked.
Hear that?
Yeah?
I'm
You
I'm
shocked?
I'm surprised the first thing you picked would be like, ah, yes, my kid.
Come on. Leave me out here.
No.
What, you don't want to play Barony as Jonathan Reed?
The jagged hooks. Gangplank's old crew.
I was gonna ask how does she know that, but then I remembered.
Whoever they are, it's a miracle they've survived this long.
Shut
The
up.
fact that she dated Gangplank.
I'd recognize his men anywhere.
No, not a miracle. Come, we must investigate.
How would you know who his friends were? Oh,
The
wait.
person I'm looking for came here to find it.
Really? Ari wanted to find the jagged hooks?
These are rough men. Your friend may be in danger.
This is Ari we're talking about. She's probably fine.
Ari is 100% fine all of the time.
Best hurry.
We're just gonna find a bunch of drained corpses.
She just, like, leaves their bodies on the ground.
I'll clean up later.
I don't think anybody who says that does.
Well, obviously, she's busy doing other things, Swirl. She's gotta be in the next KDA video. Isn't she part of that group?
Alright, so, if you, you follow off to the right, when there's gonna be a fork in the road, if you keep going straight, it'll take you to a fishing spot. But if you go off to the right, it'll circle back to the cave entrance, and that'll take you to Smuggler's Passage, which is where you're supposed to be going. There's also a rest point there. There's also an area that's, like, very clearly, like a, oh, this is where you need to heal up before a boss, kind of thing.
Got it. Isn't fucking Ari part of KDA? I literally do not know.
Ari is part of KDA, so is Evelyn. So is Seraphine for some reason.
Well, she was made to promote that,
Yeah,
despite what they say.
I know. Seraphine for some reason. Senna isn't. Senna's part of True Damage. Kiana. Kiana's part of KDA.
Who the hell is Kiana?
Kiana is the girl with the ring.
That doesn't actually help.
You know, that's fine.
Can I get a picture of this character?
Yeah, so Kiana, I don't want to look her up. That's dicey.
Why
Okay.
do you say it's dicey, Swirl?
Why do you think?
Oh, her! Okay, I understand
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, you get it.
The first thing I remembered was her walk cycle, and I was like, ah, yes, her.
I don't like looking up artwork of, like, a lot of the female league champs because it just goes down a rabbit hole so
What are you talking about? Just look up Jinx. Nothing bad could possibly happen.
Don't do that, chat. Use the wiki. Glyph, if I go on a fandom wiki again, I will lose my mind.
Remember, ads.
Glyph, I need you to Are there setups in this game? Yes, there are. But Glyph, I need you to like set up abilities and stuff. Not like, it's not the ads that are the issue.
I don't have a fishing pole. God damn it.
It's not the ads that are the issue. It's the fact that each tab in a fandom wiki uses 8 gigs of RAM.
That
on
is
Chrome.
That is. Well, don't use Chrome.
I'm not using Chrome anymore. It still uses a lot of RAM though.
This better
Anyway.
be the right way.
Did you put the sword on now that you got it back?
Yeah, I gave it back to Yasuo.
Okay. How's it
Oh
looking?
god, it's a Metal Gear Solid guard. Ah, fuck traps.
Yeah, traps aren't really used much in this game. So they don't hurt that bad.
Wow, that was so difficult.
Yeah.
Looks like they've been living here. How can they survive the... What a cozy house. It was like a house I once knew in the Freljord.
It's just a fucking cave. I think that like a I
What did I
think like
just
a cave
do?
like I think like a cave house area could be pretty like, cozy.
You want to live in a vault?
No. I mean like especially if it opens up there's like a light, there's like a ravine or something, you know.
I solved the puzzle. Yeah, I did.
Maybe heal up at the torch first.
Yes, I would like to listen to the rest conversation.
Sit with me a moment.
She's gonna complain that he's too scrawny.
I
If you
don't think
insist.
that's the case. I think oh sorry, Yasuo, yes. Yasuo 100% too scrawny for Alawi.
Were you trying to assume I thought Alawi was too scrawny?
I assumed you were gonna say that Alawi thinks Braum is too scrawny.
Oh.
I was like,
I
ah.
was like, unless I'm literally the author of Baki, there's no way in hell
There's like-
Alawi is scrawny.
There's a conversation later in the game that
I wish to
will
know you.
make it very clear. Alawi does not does not dislike Braum in any capacity.
Well, yeah, she likes... Her voice lines in-game when she was released has her kind of flirting with him.
It's a lot more open in this game.
I mean... You gotta do something.
I'd say both
There's a
have
part
their
where they're like on a boat and it's like they're like, oh, it's gonna be a while. And Alawi's just like, hey, Braum.
I know what would pass the time.
So good.
I know what
And
brought
it
you
cuts
here,
away.
but what of your life in Ionia?
I'm glad I don't get to hear Yasuo's voice lines, or I'm gonna keep thinking about the glory to the NCR.
He's
What's there to tell?
I mean he is talking,
I've
just
always been a drifter.
not
Go
about
where
the
wind
NCR.
takes me.
Courier, I need you to go kill the fucking... I need you to kill the fiends.
Hot tip for any of them those fellas out there who aren't like super big on voice actors. More than like a good chunk of the cast in this game is in like everything under the sun.
Yeah, League is like that.
Like
Which-
half of the cast.
Which sucks when I'm trying to look up some of the voice actors, and and it's always the one that doesn't have anything.
That's
Like,
so good.
I believe I don't remember if I ever found any other video game voice credits for Tom Kench's voice actor, despite the fact I think he's the best, one of the best ones they got.
The voice of Alan in Below Zero, Subnautica Below Zero. I love what he did as a voice actor. I cannot find him on anything else. I'm sure he is in other things. If it's whatever it is, I cannot find it.
Chaotic neutral for Alawi is a very strange read of her character there, Glyph.
I think Alawi would be lawful neutral.
Lawful evil, what are you talking about? I don't think you guys are understanding how many horrible things Alawi does. It's all
you know what?
justified. She has she has a creed and a code. That's how lawful works in the alignment chart.
Yeah.
Lawful, wait, Glyph, lawful
a
doesn't
character
mean they're
who's-
following the law, it's that means they're following their own personal creeds. Like,
Or
they have
the
a set
creed
of
of-
morals.
Or the creed of someone else. Vampire spawn or lawful
Yeah.
evil.
Lawful evil just means that you are a terrible person, but you're following but there are limits and strict codes of it. Chaotic is there are no reasons. Like, a chaotic good person will help people, but who they help is, like, just based on the whims and how drunk they are. So yeah, Yasuo.
Yeah, Yasuo.
You got the other two right, even though neutral good for Braun is interesting.
I think
I'd tell you more, but
I
talking
do
makes me
think,
thirsty.
Get me a drink, courier.
yeah, I
You
think
like your
Yasuo
drink?
would be
Just
chaotic
like I
good.
know.
The creed of Nagakaboros is take what you want, and when you disagree, whoever can kill the other harder is right.
Yeah, that is literally an evil creed.
I don't think that's like...
If
I don't know if that's...
if my cannibal chef character is lawful evil, Alawi is all awful evil.
It helps me tolerate other people.
Yasuo, shut up. Stop being edgy and start giving me quest lines to go fight the cons.
All right, I do want to make it clear. Nagakaboros is a pretty evil god in League terms.
Even me.
Let's find out.
But Nagakaboros is supposed to be like an embodiment of like the chaos of nature. So
It's
I
neutral
think
that the way there aren't any real rules. There's still a creed.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. Nagakaboros doesn't seem like a. Nagakaboros doesn't have much of a "this is the right thing to do" kind of vibe. It's more just like more of just like this is how the world works, you know?
Glyph, they do? Oh god, that means the fucking Primarch, the fucking Chaos Primarchs in Warhammer are technically lawful evil. Oh, I don't want to think about that. What the hell are the Chaos Gods? Oh wait, no, they do actually have creeds.
I think that because Nagakaboros is is supposed to be reflective of like the chaos of nature, and like on a cosmic sense, like the idea that the individual actions are less significant.
No, because the Chaos Gods have strict creeds, like... Would somebody killing people for Kord be considered a lawful evil act?
Here's the thing though, Rouse. I think that you could apply that logic to everything because, like, no act exists in a vacuum.
No, but, like, okay, if I kill somebody for the sake of killing someone, just to steal all their shit, that's not a creed. But if
I think killing someone for the sake of killing someone implies that you want to kill them. Killing them because you want their stuff does not mean that you want to kill them.
But that's not a creed and a code. I kill somebody for Khorne because Khorne demands that I give them blood, and fighting is my code. Like, a champion of Khorne doesn't fight because for no reason. They fight because they like to fight, but they're also following... Okay, I guess this is a bad example. The Chaos Gods' creeds are all stupid.
I think if... Are they slaves to the Chaos Gods, or are they just kind of, like, vibing?
That depends on the setting, and... That depends on the setting.
If they're vibing, yeah, then what they're doing is 100% evil. If they don't have a choice and they don't want to incur divine wrath, I think there's, like, some wiggle room. Like, it's still objectively... Like, murder is still objectively bad. But I think it's not, like, 100% on them, like, to blame if they don't want to die, you know?
A lot of the time, people turn to chaos because, it's an easy way to get power in Warhammer.
I see.
Like the Primarchs, they sided with Chaos because of a lot of plot conveniences and honestly poor writing. Sorry, people who like the Horus Heresy,
Enjoy your shower, Glyph.
Yeah, we're gonna be debating fucking alignments. No, cause like my Cannibal Chef D&D / okay, he was originally a Pathfinder character. I got him to lawful evil because he has a creed. He doesn't eat sentient life for no reason. He has a purpose, a creed, and a code. It's a waste of meat.
I see you've helped yourself to a drink.
Uh-huh.
Several.
The most lawful thing about Alawi is that she wouldn't be mad if somebody could overpower her and steal her shit. Yeah, but that's part of her creed.
If somebody overpowered Alawi and smacked her around, she'd just be like, "Ah, well, that's my bad then."
I've always interpret lawful as a set of guidelines and rules that you follow a creed. A lawful evil person does what they do because they are following something. A chaotic individual follows nothing, and it's mostly based on their instincts and will. A lawful good person follows the law to the letter. A chaotic good person will do good things, but are willing to break the law or circumvent things that they find annoying.
A couple more, and I won't even know you're
Yeah.
there.
That is how I have always interpreted the alignment chart. A chaotic evil person is somebody that does evil for the sake of evil. But a lawful evil person is someone whose actions are considered evil, or even they might consider evil, but they follow a strict creed and code. There are things they will not do, and a lot of their thing has justification. Would probably be neutral evil. Yeah, I know. I think he should be lawful good, but apparently society frowns upon eating elves, orcs, dwarves, and humans.
What is troubling you, brother?
Is it just those ones, or are there other ones that, like, he's not cool with?
Well, in Pathfinder lore, the eating of any sentient race is considered an evil act.
Uh-huh.
And my guy, okay, I'll explain the whole character. So he grew up in, like, a tribe that lived in an area where food was very low. Like, there is not a lot of food in this area.
I've heard it.
Okay, so, like, it's a waste of food. He has a reason. He's not just a cannibal for the sake of cannibalism. He has purpose and pride and spices.
I'm no one's brother.
And spices.
Not anymore.
Well, okay, the joke originated of me one day being like, you know, it'd be funny if after a combat there was an impromptu cooking show. By the way, this was before I knew what Dungeon Meshi was. I did not know what this manga was when I came up with this concept initially.
People have been saying a lot about that. I one of these days.
It's
Gonna have to do research, I guess.
Well, you could just watch it. It's on Netflix. Its dub is really good.
It's on Netflix? Alright.
Yeah, it's weekly. The manga's done if you want to read all of it. The manga has been finished for a couple of years now, I think.
Am I gonna need, like, a fat content warning for this one?
No, they're just monsters they eat. They actually stop themselves at eating anything sentient and human-like.
Oh, interesting.
Because there's a point where they're fighting fishmen, and they're like, nope, that's too human, that's too weird.
I love myself a monster with rules.
It's actually really interesting. There is a lot of world building that makes me wish a tabletop setting for Dungeon Meshi came out. Like, so much of, like, how a dungeon would realistically work in that setting is, like, written down to, like, the finer details. Like, even the idea that the characters don't die within the dungeon and can get resurrected has a plot and lore reason for that.
Gotcha.
I don't know, like, the specifics, because I haven't gotten that far, because the anime isn't there, but it's a known phenomenon.
I see.
I have a theory, but
Oh. What do you mean?
I guess there's a lot of blood. I don't know, there's not a lot of, like, really gross shit.
I had a
Yasuo was expositing.
His name was Yone.
Yeah, Yone. Yeah,
Yone.
I had a brother once, his name was Yone. I hope people don't ship him with some kind of centaur lady. Which I don't even, like, get where that came from.
Oh, it came from in the Spirit Blossom event thing that was like foreshadowing them. There was like some stuff of it. There was like a segment about well, in the dating sim thing. They had like
thing.
they were associated with each other, like Spirit Blossom Yone. So it was like the Spirit Blossom versions of characters in League have like they're the counterparts of them who have like a linked or cosmically similar soul or something.
Oh, Yasuo killed his brother. I forgot about that.
How did you forget about that? That was the entire premise.
Yeah, spoilers. I don't fucking remember a lot past Zoe in terms of champs, and Yone is after that.
So Yasuo killed Yone, and but then like he went to the spirit realm, and then fucking spirit blossom Yone is like his own thing, but he's unrelated. So Yone in the spirit realm is the Yone that came back. The Yone that came back is the one from the spirit realm, but not spirit blossom Yone, the one from the dating sim one that is shipped with Lilia. However, when Yone was in the spirit realm, because he was dead for a while and then came back because he pulled an Undyne, I guess. It's he apparently became friends with Lilia because I don't know. They wanted that for some reason. And then there's some stuff between them in the spirit bonds thing, which was the dating sim. And then afterwards, he still has conversations about it. Actually, Spirit Blossom Thresh is the one that first mentions Lilia, like, in lore.
They gave
it's
Thresh a Spirit Blossom form?
I showed you it! It's his E-boy form.
Oh god, yes! It's Viego, but worse.
The one with the horns and, like...
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Really?
Sure. Just no more questions.
Oh, why is Thresh a fucking E-boy?
I have that skin. It was gifted to me. It changes the model over the course of the game after it collects enough souls.
Okay.
I like Braun. He's a good character.
Just gonna...
We're gonna ignore Spirit Blossom Thresh. He doesn't exist.
I think a monster character being turned into, like, a more humanoid form kind of ruins them being a monster character. Even if it's just a temporary thing.
You are definitely right. Well, people like
You guys remember that episode of Scooby-Doo where Scooby was turned into a human?
Yeah. Remember that movie where Shaggy's love interest turned out to be an alien?
Hey, since I have the stream audio off, could you do me a solid? Is Malik Matt Mercer, or is he just, like, someone else?
Well, I'm the worst person to ask. Let me listen.
I think you are mistaken.
We are just tourists coming here to visit wonderful location. I can deal with it being a disguise, but not an upgrade.
Yeah, I think if somebody gets, like, some power that changes their monster form to, like, permanently make them more human, it kind of implies that there's something... It implies that there was something wrong with them initially. Like, what was going on with the... I know, like, with, Beauty and the Beast, when he turns human at the end of the movie, like, first of all, it doesn't keep the aesthetic that he had with the whole beast form. Like, he should have, like, a beard or something. I don't know. Be a little more poofy and not
here's an issue. As I say, here's the issue with the beard, is, like, a lot of times in animated works, putting a beard on someone makes them a lot older than they are, and Belle is of...
Oh, I know! I'm aware! But it does... They could have at least done something to make his aesthetic match better.
I don't think that's Matt Mercer.
That's not Matt Mercer?
I don't think so.
Because I was like, they wouldn't have put him in the same area twice. Because in the cinematic where Malik is introduced, he's talking to Gangplank, and Gangplank is 100% Matt Mercer.
It's gonna turn out that Gangplank's doing all this so he can host Critical Role in peace.
No.
Tiberius won't find my location if it's on a boat.
No, I'll tell you right now, he's doing this because Thresh is an ass.
Right, Thresh, the Nagash of League of Legends. Oh my god, he kind of is.
Thresh causes all of the conflict in League just by being an asshole.
Yeah, that's Nagash. That's 100% Nagash.
Like, you know how in Greek mythology, most of the douchebaggery came from, like, Zeus? Like, a good chunk of it?
Well, yeah, when Zeus sees an attractive human, he has to put his dick in it.
Yeah, it's pretty much how Thresh is, but with normal human interaction.
Yeah, that's just Nagash. And the only thing that beats Nagash is the Skaven, apparently. Oh, and, literal life magic.
I see. But my thing with Beauty and the Beast, I don't know. I don't know what I
Swirl,
what I
Swirl.
want them to do with it, but
You can just admit it that you liked the furry form more. You can admit it. This is a safe space.
that's not what this is. I think that I know there were other designs that they had that they were told not to do. There's like the thing you could find them somewhere, just kind of like
What, you want like him to be like a werewolf dude?
I don't know, but I think he should at least be a little more in line with how he looks visually as the monster before turning him human. Also, him being human at the end of it kind of negates the fact that the lesson was about like people are pretty on the inside. Like,
Look,
that was the thing. It was about finding the good in people who are rough around the edges. Like that's the movie.
So
It's about not judging people based on appearance. So why does his appearance get like quote unquote fixed at the end of the movie?
Well, because the beast within or something. God, he's just a fucking gal. What the hell?
Like they did not get the moral solid.
I think someone, like, floated that idea around to Disney, like, dude, we can't imply that Belle is fucking a furry, dude. You gotta change the ending.
Like, well, they could.
This is
made
ostensibly
Belle
a League of Legends stream, by the way. This is technically about League, not about furry sex.
They could have made Belle, like, look older, or just, at least.
Well, Belle is an age.
I mean, she should be older. If the thing is, like, some weird, I don't know, it's like...
Okay.
Stockholm Syndrome rom-com.
Oh my god, yeah, I don't know. I find Beauty and the Beast to be a very boring movie. I don't care for it.
I think they might have been thinking, like, oh, if she's like 25 or something, there's no reason she would be, like, living with her grandfather
well, you
or
see,
something.
Swirl, it'd be unrealistic if she was older, because then she'd be like, hot damn, I'm with a fucking furry that owns a mansion, let's go.
She'd be chill with it.
She'd be like, oh, this is my room? This is bigger than my room back home.
She just wants a ballroom.
Talking furniture? That's more people that talk to me than the fucking village. And
Big
I have
library.
a giant beast boyfriend that will kill anyone that tries to attack me. I'm seeing a lot of upsides in, like, staying in that mansion. Just saying. She's supposed to be smart. She should have thought all of this. This is a League of Legends stream.
Don't click off. This is League. I promise.
I always wonder why I don't get more people in here, and I'm like, right, because these are not streams. These are just me rambling for 30 hours.
Every 20 minutes, it just becomes podcast hour for another 20 minutes.
We have done like 10 minutes of content over the course of an hour.
But it's been great.
My best crew in the ground. She wasn't pleased to
Anyway,
leave
continue the thing.
Sunstone to the Shadow Isles.
For the people that deal with me, thank you for sticking around.
I don't want to think about Disney movies anymore. Disney's icky.
Yeah.
If she wants to get taken by the Black Mist, that's not my problem.
Took her sunstone to the Shadow Isles. I don't know if they're called sunstones in the Ruination book. Well,
Wasn't
there's
fucking
others-
Nami looking for a moonstone in her, like, old fucking lore?
Yeah, so oh, do you know about that, about, like, the new Nami lore, by the way?
She's a Veshtaya, isn't she now?
No, I mean, like, they updated it for the card game. She's got, like, they've got, like, an ocean monarchy polycule thing going on down there.
I was about to say, did they remove her weird fish tits?
I actually think they made them less human boob looking like.
Because I always remember that being a very strange part of her design, because, like, she's not half human. Her design is very scaly. Good lord,
No,
there's a lot of weird sound bites in this stream. Thank God nobody clips me ever.
If somebody took, like, out of context clips from this stream, it would just be, like, half of them on this image.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna make a bunch of shorts out of context clips, and then people are gonna be like, okay, so these are a lot of great quotes. Why is it this fucking image? Did he just...
How long were you on this screen for? Oh, it's so funny. You'd be able to watch the clips back and get through the dialogue line by line.
You know, when I watch a streamer, I never be able to read this. That just means
So
you can
good.
pass it off to as what's going. Yeah.
Kill him.
This game is a constant conversation in this spot exactly.
Nobody's seen past that point, obviously.
No,
do you mean
see, I
stealth
lied when I
enemies?
said I've beaten this game before. Okay, no, all seriousness though, the final boss is just like... It's not very difficult. I wish it was harder. I also wish it was more flashy.
Is the final boss Viego?
It is indeed.
I get to kill Viego at long last.
You do, and then you have to kill him multiple times because there are unique enemies in that fight that spawn based on your party composition, and if you want to fill out the bestiary and get the achievement for that, you need to have a different party comp every time you go in there.
That is annoying.
Yes.
Hey, look, gameplay.
Wow, gameplay. Anyway.
Hey, do you guys remember this was a turn-based RPG and not a fucking podcast? I remember, kinda.
It's mostly it feels like it's way more close to podcast hour when I'm in the call. When Rouse is just streaming, he's just when Rouse is streaming, he's actually playing the game most of the time, and he doesn't bring up like obscure nonsense unless somebody says something in chat. So hold heads up. So you're gonna wanna, yeah, they're gonna tell you to run over it. It's not very difficult. There's a piece of paper on the ground in here, and it will it's like a note that's like stuff from Tellstone's records with the cast, and it reveals the full party comp, even if you're not at that point in the game yet. I don't know why.
It's
I don't
funnier.
know why there's a lore page for characters that aren't part of the party yet, and you can find it right here, very early in the game.
Oh, so my favorite League champions, Vhagar and Echo, are in this game? I'm gonna learn that. Right?
Sure.
Right, guys? We're gonna see my favorite League champion, Vhagar.
And so once you go to the next room, or ignore the next room, like the next opening. There's a door on the right side and a treasure chest. There's like some menial stuff you can get there, but also just like some potions and upgrade materials.
Oh, I need that.
You will get ambushed a little bit though when you open that.
Is Braum, like, okay with me murdering everybody?
I think he's putting it under like the idea of they're going to kill you, even though Braum isn't really a murder people kind of guy. He's more of like a knock some sense into them if you're saving someone else.
We're knocking them out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like,
knocking them out.
Yeah, and Yasuo was just like, yes, of course, Braum.
We're sending them to the Shadow Realm.
Yasuo was like, yeah, see, I'm bunking them over the head with the hilt of my sword, not the blade, as you can clearly see.
Or even more obscure, we're sending them to the stars. That is a GX thing.
I see.
In GX's second to final season, the main character starts murdering people in another monster dimension. So
they gotta call it something that's not murder.
Yeah, so it's sending duelists to the stars. That season fucking sucked, by the way. It was so bad.
They just, I don't know. I understand that they wanted to make Yu-Gi-Oh! A bit more, like, family friendly, and, like, that's what the original creator believed, and, like, that's why it went that route, but they made it a little, they took a little too much of the edge off, I think, with the 4Kids version of the reboot.
Well, the problem is...
You guys know Yugi has a mom, right?
Yeah, she's cut from the dub.
Yeah, she's in one scene that was cut from the dub because the fucking Yami was talking to Yugi about, like, dating or something. And they were like, we don't want to imply any romantic interest from Yugi because he you know...
Yeah, it's not like it's not like Yugi has a love interest or anything.
It's not like he has someone they very clearly were making a love interest, and then we're like, oh, the higher ups said we can't make it super obvious, even though this is very clearly what we're doing. Also, if you watch the original version, like, it's the original, like the Japanese version is of the reboot is on Crunchyroll, and you can watch it with subtitles, and it's nice. There's significantly more saw blades and traps.
Yeah, here's the thing.
The Shadow Realm is just straight up hell. Yeah, go on.
Joey Wheeler has to sound like he's from Brooklyn. I'm sorry. That's non-negotiable. Hey,
I have a video recording of Little Karibos telling me happy birthday in Joey Wheeler's voice.
Hey, Yugs.
If this is the end,
Yu-Gi-Oh's been releasing high quality anime figurines, and I have the Joey one, and I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I got Joey, I got Seto Kaiba, and Yami. And then I have Obelisk the Tormentor, and then Dark Magician Girl.
Oh, I see. Well, one of the interesting things I've noticed from the Japanese version, compared to the American version, is Yugi's personality compared to Yami is kind of inverted. So in the original, I think in the American version, when Yugi's grandpa is like taken away by Pegasus for like some weird soul gambling thing they were doing through the TV, it was in the American version. I think it's Yami who, I think it's like implied to be Yami who is like egging Yugi onto it or something, but in the Japanese version, it is very clearly Yugi who did that to himself of his own volition. It's just him being straight up greedy.
Interesting.
A lot of the things, like, a lot of stuff in, like, that early arc with Pegasus, where Yami is... In the English version, it's portrayed as Yami is, like... It's like Yami is trying to... It's like Yami is trying... It's implied that Yami is, like, being kind of, controlling with Yugi, but in the actual, like, Japanese, it's Yugi who's, just refusing any help and being an ass and a bozo. I can see why they would change that for the English version to, like, give them more of a difference in personality, but I don't know. Yami was just like... I like it more in the Japanese version.
See, I mostly just know the English version, so...
In the English version, his personality seems very much more like, oh, top priority is winning this. Whereas Yugi's like, oh, what about, you know, friends? And he's like, oh yeah, them too. Whereas in the Japanese version, like, that's pretty much the inverse of how they are. Because, like, in the original thing, Yami was, like, in the original run of Season 0, like, Yami's purpose was to protect Yugi's friends. Like, that was the thing. That was his, like, series arc genie setup. He was supposed to be there to like... That was it. It was, like, his power or whatever that even made them friends with him in the first place. And, he was supposed to, like, keep them, together, I guess. Whereas in the Japanese version, if you just ignore Yami, like, Yugi makes things worse by himself. You know?
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
These boss fights sure do take time. Good lord. There we go. Wow, I don't even think that got me a level up. Nope.
Oh, it's so funny.
The temple lies ahead. Perhaps
was a pretty
the one
long
you are
fight.
looking for went
Yeah, like, I'm getting worried about this. That fights are just gonna get longer.
Damn it. Why did she leave without telling me? I won't abandon my duty.
The big boss
Not
fights
yet.
get pretty long, but that one was pretty chill.
Abandon your duty, huh? Duty to the NCR?
Yes, we are stronger together.
I'm gonna make those jokes until I... Nope, it's just gonna keep being those.
Let us proceed to the
Okay.
Guru temple.
I feel like I accomplished something, but I don't know what.
The point was to kill the guy there. I think.
Oh yeah, free shit!
Yeah, there's chests in here. You're gonna want to grab those. If you go down to the left, there should be a, I believe there is a, like, a tavern keep that you can talk to, unless I'm thinking of the wrong area.
There is nobody here.
Marvelous.
I definitely am in the middle of the mist. There kinda shouldn't be anyone here.
Well, no, I mean, like, there's like a ghost tavern keeper that you can talk to.
Was that all just like a fucking side thing?
Yeah?
Okay.
I guess it's somewhere else then. Oh, it's with the Clarios. God damn it. Alright, so you're gonna want to go up to the Clario stage.
Well, we'll give me a sec. Okay, fuck, I already went. We're exploring, Swirl.
Oh, you're gonna see a spectral Hydra turtle. You're gonna want to kill that because it's one of those like required enemies. If you go up to the left, yeah.
I want that chest. I see a big chest, we need it.
Okay.
Oh, there's the turtle.
Yeah. The turtles hit pretty hard, I'm gonna be honest.
He does not need food, he's fine.
Good luck. Have fun.
Okay, maybe he needs some healing.
It probably needs a little bit of milk. Although, as you will see later, Glyph, there is another member of the party who very much needs food more than Braum does.
Who, Pike? Oh, Braun's dead.
Oh no, Braum, whatever could we do? He's just... I love his death animation, he's just sideways on the ground.
Hey, he's back!
Minor revival potion, that's so good. That's so funny.
You need practice.
I actually don't think you have to, I'm pretty sure that if you beat a fight, they will revive at the end with like a little teensy bit left, instead of having to go to a rest stop, but I would not quote me on that in case I'm misremembering.
This game does not have permadeath.
It does not have permadeath, Glyph. Although I've considered doing it Nuzlocke style.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, because, like, I would assume that I would allow them to be used for required sections. But it's kind of hard to get someone through a required section and then not do a fight. There is one section with, one of the characters where you'll get to do, like, a stealth thing. Like, you'll be somewhere and you'll be like, oh, I should not interact with that enemy. And then you'll loot the chests around it. And then later, if you come back because you decide, oh, I'm high enough level to maybe fight that thing now, it drops a very important component for that character's special
I'm
item.
always high level.
Sure.
Oh, abilities. Duh, I should probably do these.
Probably.
What's your passive? What's your passive? Sure, I'll take, sure. I don't know. I can respec.
His magic defense is lower than his physical defense for Braum.
I can respec later at any time.
You can indeed.
Let's go fight a turtle. Wait, where'd you go? Ah, that's health.
You have opinions on the Hydra Turtle?
Yeah, he's my new friend.
Isn't he cute? There's something about enemies or just creatures that just have like
Stop turtling.
mouths like that.
But I can't.
I'm such a fan of anything who is just shaped like a friend.
You like turtles?
I do like turtles. But I like this turtle's mouth more than I like actual turtles.
I actually have a friend. They have a pet tortoise.
I have 3. They have very large backyard tortoises, the kind that need to be kept in very large pens and have to be, given care that cannot really be given very easily, so they're going to be,
Did you say you have- wait, hold on. Did I hear that right? Did you say,
Yeah,
did you say you have 3 tortoises?
Yeah, it used to be 5 turtles as well.
What kind of vampire count are you?
I like tortoises. Just not that much. They're
Freya! I fight the turtle boss and this is what happens.
Okay, the tortoises were a gift.
Yeah, gift from the elder vampire.
Okay. They are, they were named after, like, the Ninja Turtles, and I was like, these are all female tortoises, though. And they're like, yeah, cool, anyway.
They'd make great sentries. Glyph, I think tortoises would make good familiars for vampires because they live as long as vampires.
I guess.
Well, I'm not the vampire who has tortoises, Swirl. Why?
Well, tortoises kind of need a lot of sunlight. That doesn't mesh too well.
Yeah, they're your sentry in the morning.
They're pretty slow sentries, except when they want to be.
You look through their eyes at night, or during the day.
Are you implying that I have tortoises as fucking familiars?
Yes.
The tortoises were a gift. And they are being relocated. Because I do not have the means to take care of them.
That makes sense. I mean, when you've already, like, when you gotta drink the blood of human beings to evolve.
They're not my tortoises. I wanna make that clear. They were tortoises that were gifted to the family.
The vampire
They're
clan.
mine by proxy.
Oh, welcome back, Luna.
I am the main person advocating for them being relocated because no.
You say the tortoises are roommates there of their own. Yeah, they just showed up.
So this is the ghost shopkeeper I was talking about.
I see items. I wish I could compare.
Party info? Press
I
Y?
can. Okay, the Kraken shield is a little better.
Dating a fusion of Angel Dust and Rainbow Dash in a dating sim?
Several
I see.
questions.
I was going through Barony, I didn't realize just how much, how many references that game has to My Little Pony.
Yeah, I think you are like me and sort of forget that there was a time when that was the internet.
Yeah, Barony came out in, what, 2015, I think?
could have bought a fucking fishing pole, god damn it!
Angels First VA, Michael Kovac. I also know what character you're referring to, Luna, because I assume you're referring to Blush Blush. Or Crush Crush, or whatever it's called. Whichever one is the guy one.
Can't sell old stuff? Oh, I really should.
You can sell old stuff, but the game does want you to...
What do you mean watch the tutorial on how to sell things? Game, how dumb do you fucking think I am? The game is lying.
Cliff understands there are state tortoises, but it's not an estate. They just exist.
So what the hell do I sell? I'm selling the old gear.
I wouldn't call it an estate, Glyph, because it implies that it's like a big area. And it's not a big area, which is why I don't want to keep the tortoises.
They won't let me sell my equipped gear, right?
Like a vampire manor? It's... I don't know, I think if I was in charge of, if I was in charge of how the place looked, it would be a little bit more, well, it would be more gothic, but I don't know if it would be that gothic.
Well, you see, Glyph. Oh, cool! The item I just bought was in that chest. Oh, well,
hey,
I'm dumb.
Luna, just so we're clear, is that the... Hold on, I want to make sure we're on the same page. This is the game you're talking about is the one, it's the Crush, Crush, Blush, Blush, whatever. This is the one where they're animals and they turn into people through the power of love over time, right? Okay. Just wanted to make sure we got that clear.
Yeah, you don't actually... Nope,
Because I do not want to look up the plot of that game again.
It has a plot? Oh, wait, yeah, it does. How did I forget that?
It does have a plot. They turn into humans. No, they keep traits from their, animal forms, but it's like...
Ah, Yasuo. Come, friend.
Yeah, they're...
There are sure a lot of these. Who's eating the 2 fish in the bucket over there? Like, by Yasuo.
You know... Do you have a favorite fish, Rose?
No. That's for the Poro, yeah.
The entire stew is for the Poro.
Yasuo, just be nice and give me my goddamn bounty for Motor Runner's helmet, okay?
Turn full human when you get their max rank. Yeah, I know.
Of course I do. I never take no for an answer.
God, you are probably gonna, like, try to help Ari with her problems, aren't you, Braun? Brom, whatever. Don't need to feel bad. You kill your boyfriend once, never happen again. Let Braun take care of you.
You kill your man, same thing happened to Ari. You were best friends.
Come to Freljord. Men strong up there. They won't die to soul sucking. Little cold, but you get used to it. Vodka and potatoes, that'll help. I'm Russian now, apparently. Different character.
What accent is Brom supposed to have? Is it supposed to be Russian?
This is Bron's cousin. His cousin Nico. Come to Freljord.
Brom's cousin Nico.
Come to Freljord. We go bowling. I just like a fucking press.
Is unsubtly actual like chameleon Nico just trying to get people to go to her party or something?
Yes, Ari, date me. I'm totally Freljord man and not Neki Nico in disguise.
Oh, let's go lay in the sun like not lizards.
Not lizards.
More like as the human people do.
Ah, I know about Vestaya, not because I am one, but because I read a lot of books, son.
Yes, common Freljord myth.
What? Bron said he doesn't have a cousin? It must be, he must be forgetting about me. Nico, my cousin.
You okay, right?
I'm just imagining, like, Bron just wakes up one day and Nico is, like, pretending to be him to pick up girls, and Bron's just like, I did not know I had cousin. I guess I do now.
It's just very clearly Nico with, like, lizard eyes.
I made a new cousin recently. Great guy. Riot, can you please include Bron's cousin Nico in the fucking card game?
Nico is in the card game.
No, this Nico, different character. Also, the reason I said that is because my accent was turning into the guy from Grand Theft Auto 4 who just calls you and goes, Nico, my cousin! Want to go bowling?
I figured that was the joke.
Just wanted to make
But
it
later
cool.
on, I was like, wait a minute. There is a Nico.
Nico, cousin, let's go bowl. Yeah, that was the joke. Thank. Oh.
Are
His
you
name
good,
is
Rouse?
Big Smoke. No, I'm laughing too hard.
Do you need some water?
Oh.
The same reason that Jessica Rabbit loves Roger Rabbit. That's fair.
Because the humor. Yeah, I watched that movie.
That is the movie.
Bob
think
Hoskins.
realistically-
That's a good movie.
What?
I like Roger Rabbit.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is my favorite movie.
When I killed your brother, I talked just like this.
Very on the nose with that. I have not read the original book. I'm pretty sure it's one of those things where like it's so heavily adapted the source material isn't as recognizable. Like
The book is, like, I believe straight up an allegory for racism and race relations. Which
Oh,
the movie
fine.
does keep some of. Because, like, in the book, also, I believe Roger Rabbit is just the villain in the book.
is he?
Yeah. But, like, the Toons are kind of like an underclass.
Yeah, well the
Which, like, is kind of kept in the movie, because, like, building a bypass through a neighborhood was, like, a thing that was happening in that time period to poor black neighborhoods, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I believe the plan was, like, the plan in the movie was something that was happening, like, in that same time period. Yeah, they had to cut out a lot of that, but there's still hints of what the book was about. Also, I believe the book is called Who Censored Roger Rabbit, though
yeah,
that might...
it is Who Censored Roger Rabbit, which led me to believe that there was some kind of, like, still some kind of scandal-focused thing, but the only thing I could imagine if it was, like...
How did you
does it
come
still
to fight
involve,
with
like,
only a
the
shield?
acting
When I
stuff, or
read
is it
that
just a
going,
completely different...
I
finally
think
setting.
so. I don't know. I've read, like, the Cliff Notes of the book.
Because the only kind of censorship I could think of would be, like, how, there were, like, places who were, quite a lot of places who were, did not enjoy certain people like being performers at their establishments.
Yeah, that's also even in the movie. The establishment that only tunes are allowed. There were tunes
Yeah,
are
no,
allowed to perform, but not.
I'm very aware of that place.
Like-
and they're just and the whole thing is like
Like there are still traces of it in the movie. It's just heavily cut down because the book is more of an allegory for that, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
Jessica Rabbit being asexual. Yeah, I have seen a lot of people theorize about that.
I feel like most of the tunes are probably asexual just because by logic, why would you like logic would dictate, right? That they would need to have bits for that. And most people would not put that on a cartoon character when they're
Okay,
first
well,
designing them.
here's the problem of you thinking that tunes are a species in Roger Rabbit, so I would assume they have the capability of reproducing. And how the fuck did we get to this topic?
No, no, hold on. Because in the movie, Betty Boop says that, like, she's lost her a lot of her work because cartoons went to color, and like the newer tunes are in color, and she still isn't, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just
Are the cartoons being in color like is it because of advancements in technology in that case, or is it more like being in color is like a fashion thing or like a cosmetic surgery the tunes are getting now?
I'm pretty sure that is a direct reference to a lot of silent actors not getting work after sound was being produced.
No, I get that. I understand that that's what that is.
Reproduce
But
color is...
in the context of the tunes,
Well, began
them
the
some of them
deformity
being in
war.
color and some of them not implies that as time goes on they're like, you know, they're changing with the time. Yeah, Technicolor is a dominant gene that showed up in tunes one
Wait
day.
a minute, no, yeah, the formula for disintegrating them is ink remover.
Yeah, it's,
So they are made of
acetone
ink.
and a bunch of other stuff.
We are thinking way too much about a movie.
My initial thought is just like they are created by their designer or whatever printing press machine thing.
I mean, they'd have to be, because the other implication is that Daffy Duck has parents who produced Daffy Duck.
Yeah. So are we thinking of it like a...
Well, I guess
Is
in
it like
Disney
a Benny and
canon...
Ink Machine type deal where they just like it's like a blueprint of them and they get made? Because it seems like there's a limited amount of them. Like
If they live
some
in
of them are...
Toontown.
It's like some of them are like a lot. Like there are some where like there are multiples of the same like variety of tune, but that's because they're like an associated group, right? Most of the tunes there appears to only be one of, and they're referred to as singulars. Like Bugs Bunny is. Like Bugs Bunny has a thing because he's the Bugs Bunny, and the same thing applies to like Goofy and all that.
Toon is also their race. Like, their race is Toon.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're thinking way too hard about this world building that doesn't
Let's
matter.
instead talk about the best archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Toon World.
Oh god, Pegasus.
Toon World, just a hot tip for those of you who only barely know what I'm talking about. Toon World has never been a good archetype, pretty much ever.
I want to talk about how
It
Yu-Gi-Oh!
requires too much setup and can be disarmed all at once.
Thanks,
Yes, go on.
Pegasus. I am now on, like, I've watched way too much Yu-Gi-Oh! And I love certain character archetypes that keep showing up. And I kind of wish they did what I'm gonna call the Chaz archetype more than twice now, which is the rival who is a threat but also a fucking loser. Because we've only had the two. We had Chaz, and then the one in Arc 5, who is Silvio, who is just the fucking best.
I see.
Is the little... Oh, God, he's... Okay, no.
Your
I
favorite
hate...
Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype is Little German Boy.
Okay, I gotta explain this swirl. In Arc V, there are these three little kids that, like, comment on the duels. In the dub, one of them is... just has a very thick, comical German accent.
Just for no reason?
Yes. My understanding is that he was an unpopular character even in the sub, or like the Japanese, so they just decided to make him worse.
Hold on. Wait, Raz, have you seen the Kirby anime? You seen Right Back at Ya?
The Labyrinth full... Freya, what are you talking about?
Raz, did you
Wait, are you...
Did you see the Kirby anime?
Yes, I've seen Right Back at Ya.
Okay, so is everyone aware that in that show, first of all, Meta Knight's voice actor is the same voice actor for Kaiba and Brock, and he does like a bad Spanish accent, and his two followers that like, the two people that like are his subordinates, they have a British accent and an American accent respectively, and like they're the same. They're pretty much the same, like design-wise. They all have like that going on, with just unrelated accents for no reason, despite the fact that, like, what?
I don't know.
My judgment isn't on Meta Knight having a Spanish accent. It's more just the implications of why, because like over the course of the show, you find out like Meta Knight is a
He's a Kirby.
Yeah, he's a Kirby, which is what a lot of people thought, and so like it's nice to have concrete clarification on that. But like he's of the same essence that Kirby is. He's like the same kind of
So we
entity,
have
sort of.
we have Kirby, Kibi, and Meta Knight, the three Kirbys.
What were the two guys' names?
I have no idea. It's been forever since I watched that show.
That story was shorter.
Hold on, Vicky.
Oh, we just got the story of why Braun uses a shield, or Braum.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
go on.
Oh, I'm just going through them.
And all of it true.
And all of it's true, like my cousin.
I'm sure it is.
Yasuo, what are you fucking talking about? He's standing right there. Who makes up a story about a door they're using as a shield?
You don't make that up and then it's not true.
You know the thing where people learn a second language through movies and develop an accent through it? You know that's how we never see... You know how we never see Meta Knight's backstory?
I don't think Meta Knight is canonically Latino.
Yeah, he's canonically a Kirby.
Good night, Luna.
Yeah, good night, Luna. You're definitely
Meta
making
Knight's... Meta Knight's ethnicity is Pollo.
Pollo. Why did I pick a fight with this thing again?
Don't worry, I'll make this quick.
So funny.
Actually, Meta Knight says Polo.
Meta
Polo.
Knight says Pollo. The Spanish.
Oh, what a great stream, everybody. Hey, League of Legends, remember that?
No, wait a minute. No, Freya, that was way better than my joke. Yeah, you pronounce the L's like the double L is pronounced like a Y, so it's pronounced Pollo, but it's
Whatever.
just spelled. It's pronounced Pollo either way. That was the... I love you, Freya. In the most platonic way possible, I vibe with Freya immensely now.
Should watch some of her streams. Plays only the finest visual novels. And
Yeah.
Dark Souls, which is a very jarring thing to see.
I play Dark Souls, but I don't stream it. I did stream it before.
I feel like me streaming Dark Souls would be 3 streams of me being lost and 5 streams of me dying to every boss fight.
Yeah?
I don't think I would get very far. I'm not a good gamer.
It's so fun. I'm thinking about Meta Knight now in this because like in his first like speaking moment, he's just like standing in the corner of the room while Kirby is like going through something, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, this is what's going on with Kirby," and they're like, okay," and they're like, "Why do you know this?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it." That's his entire
How do you
thing.
know that your Nuke Weekly Atome streams, you're pursuing a love interest who is a good person and not simping for the secondary character who is a handsome, always smiling master manipulator? Yes, Freya, I am happy that you aren't pursuing evil!
Not simping for this. For a handsome, always smiling master.
That's what you people need to learn what good love interests are.
You people. You can, always smiling is a turn off. I find a lot of smiling makes me uncomfortable.
Swirl, you're in on this, little miss I love Astarion.
Okay, yeah, but Astarion smiling is fake. That's established.
Okay, Clayton, teach us about good love interests. Okay, no.
I think it's fine to enjoy an archetype in a context where people.
He did burn the protagonist to death, but he was just doing his job. Wow, okay, that's arson. Of the characters you want to... I don't play visual novels!
To me.
I don't play a lot of games that have dating sim elements. Please ignore the Trail series. And Persona. God damn it.
And Baldur's Gate, because he ignored that.
Goblins needed to die, Swirl!
Rouse just kind of like somehow skirted around all of the romance paths in that game.
I had other stuff that needed to be done.
I know. To be fair, on my first run, I was like, "Oh, if you fail the romance checks early for most of them, like you can't do it later on." Ew, like that was an unfun realization.
My god, Freya. An Inquisitioner. Do not make a Warhammer joke. Don't make a Warhammer joke. Don't make a Warhammer.
Okay, it was Sword and Blade Knight I was thinking of. I'm just a bozo.
I found a friendly spirit. Awesome.
Cool.
I got an item.
Cool.
What does it do? If Glyph ended up in an Inquisitioner, I could just make Warhammer jokes. See, the Inquisition is an important part of Warhammer 40k, and they also are a bunch of fucking crazy people. They like blowing up planets because that's how you solve chaos. I mean, it is, but like, it's not reliable. Okay, it's reliable, but like... Nobody expected that. God. Okay, I have one problem with this game, and,
Go on.
I think sustainable is the word you're looking for. Yeah, dragon.
What is the word you're looking? What is it, Rouse?
A lot of fights feel like they take longer than they should, even with like basic attacks.
Yeah, I had that thought too. I played on hard and it made them a lot more durable. So I completely understand your wish to play on normal.
Yeah, like
it doesn't feel that bad in the early game. Like, oh, here's how the level curve works, right? It ramps up to a point that you'll see relatively soon, but like you still have some time, or like it's pretty slow. Once you get to around basically right before each major difficulty spike, things get pretty easy and quick, and then they speed up, and then they get way slow, and then they slowly ramp back up. I don't know why I'm gesturing with my hands. You can't see this.
Oh, I do that all the time on stream. You know that camera I have that people can see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I make sure I gesture a lot so everyone can see me.
I have a webcam now, but it's like it's an old webcam, but it works.
Live 2D Clayton when I fucking remember to get one.
It's an old enough webcam that it's old enough that it's still quite low res, but it's new enough that you can still see every issue I don't like about my skin.
That's fair. Vroid when? Whenever I stop being lazy.
No more running.
Vroid when. Technically, I have a file.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I do have a Vroid file for you.
I had completely forgotten about that. I could be a real VTuber instead of whatever the hell I am.
Be a real fake boy.
I could join the big leagues. You know, I would get like a real model and I'd still do the bit where I fucking change my little PNG to Eugene for every fucking tearing stream.
I'm here for it.
Well, he's in universe the tactician and the best character. Since he just likes murder.
That's fair.
Die. I feel like if I got an actual VTuber model, I'd be too powerful.
What would be the new power you get from the VTuber
I'd get 10 billion views. Wait, no I wouldn't.
More views than there are people on Earth. Are you Discord?
Yes.
Oh, did you hear about the TikTok ban?
Wait, is it actually... Is it
It
real?
was a signed bill as of this morning.
Wow, that's... fucked.
It's like TikTok has 6 to 9 months to sell the company to a non-Chinese parent company, or else it is no longer permitted or something. And of course, they're like, you want it to be a non-Chinese company? That's discrimination, and there's like a lawsuit now.
Okay, but like, can TikTok prove they're not selling information to the CCP?
TikTok isn't even the TikTok in America isn't even what it is in China. It's a different system that functions very similarly, but it's different from, like, what they have in China is not TikTok. TikTok itself is not a thing in China.
I would also like to make it clear that my argument is what they're using. Like, that's not an argument I would actually make. Like, I believe the original reason was they were afraid that all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are worried about data collection, but I don't know how much evidence there is for what's going on with that data. But I think a lot of it is just people being like, "Oh, China's spooky," and I don't know. I don't think China really has that big of an issue with America. I mean, I think China's government is pretty hostile towards its own, like, citizens, but...
What? No! China being hostile towards its own citizenry? I would have never guessed!
Yeah, Freya, everybody in the government already has everyone's data. Like, they already know what, like...
They just want to ban it.
Yeah, I think most of it is people just being... I think most of it is people being anti-China. I don't like TikTok because, I don't like seeing everyone in my family on TikTok at, like, a family gathering. And, like, granted, I'm the person who's, like, on the phone or reading a book in the corner because I don't want to talk to people. But,
Same.
But, you know, it's... it's annoying when you're planning a thing with someone and you're like, okay, we gotta go to this thing in 30 minutes, and they're like, yeah, okay, and they're just like on TikTok for 40 more minutes.
That's 30 TikToks.
And then you're late. And then you're late. Yeah, I think I enjoy TikTok being used as like a source of like sharing short little information snippets, but I think it needs to be fact checked like what Twitter is doing, because a lot of it is people being like really. A lot of it is people just having a platform to be harmful.
You miss Vine? So do I.
If there is something closer to Vine, or if there is something closer to Vine that ends up making the rounds again, I want them to be very clear that the intentions are more for memes. I don't want to. I just don't like TikTok.
You know what? That's fair. You know what I don't like? YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts are definitely up there, but I will say they seem slightly less brain rotty.
A little
Instagram
bit.
Reels are closer to TikTok, though. It's a news source that doesn't suck up to the US. That's like calling VR chat a news source, because there are people there that will tell you stories.
Yeah, YouTube needs to bring back dislikes so people can see all the dislikes my VODs have.
Rouse, I think you're... I understand
What?
it feels bad.
I was more making a joke. I don't give a fucking shit. I just think it's... I more bring that up because I think it's funny that someone's like, yeah, this video that has 5 views.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ruin your career.
Yeah. I've said this before. The fucking VODs channel is less like, look at this stuff, and more like, alright, I need a catalog of all the shit I've already done.
But you know what's funnier when you think about it?
Wait, when the fuck did I get into this boss fight? Hold on.
Oh, this is a boss fight?
It's got like 800 health.
I was zoned out. Oh, that's the Clarios. Yeah, it's the Clarios. They're all like little... Yeah, they're mini bosses. Kind of. Like, they're not that bad. Yeah, the show YouTube dislikes extension, I believe, did stop working, like, months back. I was supposed to type in YouTube. What did I type in? Number 6. Here, let me check just to...
I'm gonna be real. Actually showing the dislikes is only useful sometimes.
Oh, they do still... the extension's still... It looks like the extension is still up and running. It's just... Well, the extension isn't also fully accurate. It's just pretty accurate.
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Dislikes are, like, pretty much entirely cosmetic anyway. It's mostly just, like, you know, ratioing somebody. Because, both likes and dislikes put you in the algorithm for engagement. Like,
Yeah.
even if a video has like a bunch of dislikes, YouTube still wants that in the algorithm because it gets a lot. Because if something is making people upset, like it gets clicks, and the clicks translate to ad revenue.
Yeah, so dislike all of my VOD.
If you would like to support Rouse Tower, like or dislike, and leave a comment. If you post a car repair video, we tell people to do something that destroys the car. No, I understand that kind of stuff is what dislikes are for. Dislikes, I think, are for, like, you know, outing people for trying to scam children of like V-Bucks or something. Like that should be what dislikes are for.
Dislikes have their purpose, but a lot of the... No, they just have their purpose.
I think people treat dislikes more as like a status symbol, like an anti-status symbol, and that's not really the purpose. Because the algorithm doesn't see it that way.
Wait, where's the other Curio kid? I thought I... Oh. But the snow halation rips are my favorite. As a Love Live fan, adding to the lore of the crap I like.
you got the one on the desk, right?
Yeah, I'm going... this is the last area I haven't explored yet. There it is.
Nice.
Because the first one didn't have a boss fight.
Yeah, I think you fight one or two of them.
Wow, these kids died thanks to the mist. Remember, kids, don't fucking... If you see mist outside, don't go outside.
That's fair.
There could be monsters. If you hear an air raid siren while there's, like, heavy fog, stay put, call the authorities, because you have just entered Silent Hill.
Jesus. Okay, hold on. You know the thing about vampires turning into mist?
Yeah.
Like, have you thought about the logistics of that? Like, could that... could that be breathed in? Could that fuck things up?
Yeah, probably, Swirl. I'm not,
I
like,
wouldn't imagine
entirely...
they'd have much water in their bodies for it to be, like, water kind of mist. Couldn't be sand, right?
Now I have to fight all of them.
I don't think so.
Maybe
I'm
the
pretty sure
cops will help you.
They
Yeah,
just
well,
do a thing.
the cops at least can give you a... can at least shoot a monster. Or at the very least, you can steal bullets off of them. Might give that to you. No, less crit...
Place that turns my fears into inhuman monsters. I think most of my fears are intangible.
Well, yeah, it's sunlight, steaks, garlic. Am I missing one?
I know you meant, like, wooden steaks, but I do actually hate beef.
What, even burgers?
Burgers are pretty okay, I just...
What if it was like a pork burger?
Well, okay. I don't like burgers very much in general just because, like, I feel bad eating them, like, from a health standpoint, like, from, like, a OCD health standpoint, I feel bad emotionally for eating food that is particularly unhealthy. Like, I get super stressed out about it.
Which allows them to be more efficiently packed and transported. I don't know.
Wait, are you implying that a vampire, like, when a vampire is being moved overseas, and instead of, like, being put into a coffin and being told not to open it, they just, like, compress them into like, an O2 tank?
Turns to mist, you just vacuum them up. This is airtight, right? Yes, Count Dracula. That's how Nicolas Cage is gonna come back in Renfield 2.
Renfield 2.
A movie I need now.
Does it allow them to be more efficiently packed and transported? I would say like a gas thing could work.
Wind up inhaling a vampire.
What if it turns back after you breathe it in? What happens?
Hey, how did you get turned into a vampire? Well, I huffed some gas.
Well, see, when this guy handed me his vape pen.
You hit his fucking jewel of the vampire juice.
If vampirism can be, like, transmitted through, like, any kind of fluid, then yeah, saliva would count. So, like, if you get a jewel from a fucking vampire, it probably would do that. Because rabies can transmit through saliva.
Reminder that fangs are...
I don't know
Oh my god, okay. I was about to
Oh,
read
no,
that.
no,
Nope.
hold on. Can we bring up the joke about plastic vampire teeth being
my
like
God.
preventatives?
No.
Is that not? Is that not a thing you've heard before, Rose?
No. Why is bait so fucking expensive?
Oh yeah, higher level fishing rods provide better fish.
That's usually how it works.
Yep. Reminder that fangs are vampires' reproductive organs. That's so good.
I was gonna say not in Masquerade, but I literally do not remember what embracing is like.
It's funny, and then you think about damn fears, and then you get like, huh?
Well, damn fears exist when like vampires
I
are
don't know,
less of.
I don't know what the conditions are for those.
In a setting in which a vampire is not like a condition you gain and more of just a race of being. Like, where they, like, a damn fear is at, like, a kid.
Gotcha.
So, like, a vampire fucked a human and the result was a kid.
So, like, well, yeah, no, I get that, but in what settings can vampires have kids? Like, because I don't think that's a thing in normal D&D. Like, I think under certain circumstances that is a thing, but under most, no.
Like I said, it would have to be where vampires are not a undead creature of the night and more of just a race like an elf.
I don't like it when they do it that way. Well, I understand why, because if you have creatures who are like, if you have a bunch of fantasy races, you don't want to have to be like, oh, what if one of the bird people gets turned into a vampire? What happens to their beak? Like, you don't, you know, like...
Oh, it still
I
occurred when
understand why
vampires
that's probably the
themselves
reason.
Interesting.
That's probably the reason why they do it that way, but I don't know. But you're referring to more of like an Alucard situation.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I understand that.
Well, yeah, of course you understand Alucard.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see any kind of, like, maybe this is me sciencing things too much, but I can't see any world where it would logistically make sense for vampires to be able to have kids. Especially men, because, like, body temperature is important for, like, a lot of that stuff.
Swirl, you're thinking of vampires as undead. In these settings, vampires are like, they're just like...
Right.
Instead of I became a vampire because I got bitten, I am a race that exists.
In a lot of settings where vampires are considered as, like, undead qualities, though, they are still, like, they can be a lot of the time, though, it's the same. Like, even in settings where vampires are, like, a race and not just, like, a condition, they're still, like, given,
No, I am not, Freya.
I don't know.
What do you mean, very educational?
What? Freya, I feel like, I should maybe not look that up right now.
It's not like a porno or anything. It's just an old anime.
Is it anime? Well, is it like good old anime? Have you seen that guy who does like videos about like biology of like fictional entities? Where it's like, oh, this is how where it's like, this is how zombies work anatomically, and it's like, uh-huh. Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually
I knew,
like,
Freya, you were building to that joke.
I see. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna be part of it. The D made me concerned. I'm gonna be honest.
it's literally just like a normal show.
No, I get that. But that being in the title made me think it was gonna be the setup for something.
You know, as someone who knows a lot more than he probably should about harem anime and manga, yeah, that having D in the title is definitely a red flag.
I just kind of stay away from any kind of, like, any of that kind of stuff in anime.
Yeah, but it's really funny.
It like 99% of the time, if it's like a harem type show, it's like overly sexualized. And then like that other percentage of the time, it's like still like that, except the main character is a dumbass, and that's supposed to make it funny.
Yeah, but then the plot tries to
And then
take
you've got, and then you've got whatever the hell happened with Ouran High School Host Club, which is like.
Oh, we are talking. Oh, I'm talking about something. I'm talking about the worst stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to think about the bad stuff. I stay away from anything weird. But I mean like, you know, when it starts getting into like weird fantasy territory where there's like succubi involved, I kind of tap out, you know.
Swirl, you don't know what bad media is until you watch a fan service heavy harem anime that tries to take its plot seriously.
I don't mind them taking the plots, those kinds of shows taking the plot seriously, but usually the plot of the show is just like inter-character relationships, not in a good way though. Equip your fishing stuff, thank you.
Swirl, I'm working on it, okay? Oh god, no!
Freya, what are you talking about?
Vampire Hunter D.
Okay. So let me walk you through the fish that are available in this area so you don't miss any.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. Oh, this is so annoying.
You don't like the fishing.
No!
So the good news is that
What?
yeah, the fishing sucks in the early game. In the late game, you don't have to care about it at all. Well, it's more like it's more like the fishing rods suck in the early game, so like your line will break easy, or it's annoying. Oh yeah, and
Wait, Vampire Hunter D is still going on? What?
And use the tomes of knowledge if you get them. They don't give you the room points if they're not used. Anyway, the fish you are. A lot of the fish that you need to look for in Grey Harbor can be found in other places, but they're easier to find in Grey Harbor, you know?
I got a fish.
So the only fish I can really think of that's unique to Grey Harbor is the neon jellyfish.
Can we trade it for 4? Okay.
Oh yeah, you can trade in the fish for black marks, which are for the black market. Haha, very funny.
Does it really? God, I wish I like played Pathfinder or knew Pathfinder systems.
So, my old DM is now a Pathfinder Andy.
First edition or second edition?
I have no clue. I don't know jack about Pathfinder.
Okay, Pathfinder first edition is just 3.5, but all the good bits. And second edition is when they started doing some weird stuff with it.
You know how people say, like, YouTube frogs and Twitch Andys?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
had used... I don't remember what the exact context was, but I had said some variation of one of those to my therapist today.
My god.
And
It's
she was
allowed
like, what? And I, like, stopped to explain it. And the look on her face.
Imagine explaining Twitch culture to your therapist.
And this is the same therapist that asked me recently if Discord was HIPAA compliant.
Safe bet is no.
It's not.
I'm not a big fan of this one. Yeah, we're out of here.
It's okay. Pretty much all the every fishing spot except for like one you can come back to later in the game if you want to complete your fishing log.
Wait a minute, I hate fishing.
Yeah, so there's a normal bestiary and then there's a fishing bestiary.
Oh, there it is. I don't need the tutorial. I know what I'm doing.
So for pretty much all of them, you need to, like, you can come back and do the fishing later. However, there's one area that is a fishing spot you can only enter once. It's required for a major side quest, and you have to like get you have to pretty much clear the entire thing.
These areas would look a lot cooler if the map was actually good.
The actual thing you need from it is at the very far end, and it's not a fish, but it's shown as a fish in the display.
It's not a fish.
It's not a fish. It's how you get Brahm's shield.
But we gotta do that. We gotta get him back his door.
Well, yeah, it means you're gonna have to fish.
Oh, crap.
And because you can only go to that area once, like, you gotta make sure you have a decent fishing rod, because you're gonna have to clear that area out.
Alright. I guess I'm buying fishing rods.
I mean, you won't have to get it until, like, right before the final boss. Just, the area is called, like... The area is called Brahm's Shipwreck. Yeah, so, if you see that pop up on the map, do not go to it until you're ready.
Got it.
Because you can only go there once.
There are sea dragons under the ice in the Freljord? Who the fuck would want to live in the Freljord?
Braum.
Yeah, well, he's strong enough to deal with whatever's there.
Well, everyone in the Freljord is strong enough to deal with whatever's there.
Yeah,
the
little child.
Yeah, well, the whole Freljord thing is like cull the weak because the weak die.
Are you telling me Nunu can survive? What the fuck?
Nunu? Well, that's why he's with Willump.
It is dark in here. I prefer the sun on my back.
Thank you. That was insight.
Lower your voice. Nagakaboros demands respect.
Yeah, well, I only oh my god. Hi, Cactus.
Cactus raid! Cactus raid!
Hey, Cactus.
Hi, Cactus.
Yes.
Oh, does Cactus not know about this game?
I don't know. I'm glad they raided now instead of when we were talking about the stuffer.
Hi, Cactus. Yeah, Cactus did not hear our very interesting conversations.
Yeah.
Apologies, priestess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sin.
I suppose it is part of the challenge.
Catch.
Do you wanna bring Cactus in?
Oh yeah, you wanna join the call, Cactus? Hold on.
Yeah, let me call human_flesh.web.
Okay. I forgot all about that. It's what it's called. Okay, hold on. Stream temporarily paused while I bring Cactus in. Oh, here we go.
Oh boy. Hi, Cactus.
Yeah, you guys forgot about my amazing, like, affinity to name, group chats.
Name group chats. Yeah, I kind of forget that from time to time.
Hi, Cactus. How you doing?
Wow.
Human flesh WebM, my beloved.
Wow, going from raider to actually being part of the stream. What a...
I know.
That's kind of how I did.
Yeah, I was about to say that's how Swirl ended up in a lot of the ended up in these. She was like, "Man, Vampire looks like a fun game."
I was like, Vampire is a fun game in quotes. I will force it on this man.
Oh god.
And then I was like, well, I guess nothing could go wrong, and here I am.
Here you are, with Swirl,
Yeah.
watching murder drones and inflicting that pain on others.
I could inflict better pain. Do you want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, I
think I actually have to draw the line at Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh is a solid offer.
That's good, because if you watch it with me, I will get way too into it.
Well, see, here's the thing,
God.
Cactus. Like, there's something very solid about, like, watching a show that you acknowledge is, like, B or C tier, just for the comfort value of it.
Yeah, but no, Yu-Gi-Oh's actually
it's not-
good at times.
Oh, yeah, at times, yes! But, like, the day-to-day in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is...
Oh, yeah.
The day, like...
Yasuo, kill!
Wait, you don't like Yasuo?
I fucking hate Yasuo.
Why?
Dude, Windwall, fuck that shit.
Yeah, he's really weird to play. I never really figured him out.
Bloom Nutrition Greens.
This is not
4
the first time
point- oh.
inside this temple.
Cactus, what are you doing?
I'm trying to read the ad on your stream.
Oh, okay.
Bloom Nutrition Greens and Ellipses.
Did it do the thing where, like, it pops up as a banner
4.5
around?
stars.
Man,
Yeah.
I
Look
wish...
at Amazon ad.
Can I control my fucking ads?
You can. You can turn off banner ads.
Oh, I can't. I gotta turn that off. I can't turn
Yeah,
pre-rolls.
I think... No, that's pre-rolls are like the only thing you cannot turn
He
off.
starts going in the same direction. Yasuo was
Cactus,
like the
did you...
first champ where they did something weird.
Cactus, did you get a new mic? Or are you doing something with your
No.
mic settings?
No? Why?
No, this sounds like Cactus's mic.
Ah, I was like, you sound different, but I don't mind it either way.
I was gonna say, like, is it good different or bad different?
Oh, fuck, cutscene.
Completely neutral different.
Valid. Oh, you know what? I'm a little closer to my mic because I'm EP, so I'm like leaning on my desk more.
Alright, are you maybe like slightly stuffed up in the nose or something?
Go, Fortune,
Hold up.
murder.
Does this sound better?
Nah, not really, but it's
No,
fine. Like, it's
weird.
It's not. Better imply is that it was bad originally.
This
It wasn't.
cutscene is so much louder
You're
than the
right.
rest of the game. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Hackerum!
Have anything less generic?
Horse boy.
I love the Senna audio line where she's just like horsey.
I'll take that as a no.
Fortune.
No more souls today.
Wait, where did Miss Fortune come from? Hold on.
Good question.
From
I-
her mommy and daddy.
Who are
Both
dead.
of which are dead. Yeah.
It feels
Well,
like
I mean, she still had to come from, like,
that night.
you know.
Oh, that was a flashback!
Or so we thought.
I thought that was happening to us now!
That was a flashback to the Shadows and Fortune short story from one of the previous Ruination things.
Yeah, they gave
That
Miss
was
Fortune
the
a
Shadow
better...
and Fortune short story that involved Alawi, Olaf,
Bro,
Misfortune.
Olaf.
Really glad they made Misfortune a girl boss. Yeah, she's very good at the gatekeeping and gaslighting.
A gun tends to help with that.
I let her step on me.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one. You got comments about Fortune, Alawi, any other characters people want to thirst over?
Braum.
Yeah, especially with
Cactus,
this design.
I have great news for you because Alawi and Braum thirst for each other in this game.
Aw, that's sweet. No, I really just want Braum to give me, like, a really big hug.
I think everybody wants Braum to hug them. I think that's a pretty normal thing.
Like, typically I would be, like, super into, like, someone like that, but something about him is just so genuinely wholesome.
Yeah.
Even I, the cactus, cannot be horny about him.
He gives very
Glyph.
big teddy energy.
Glyph, you're allowed to talk positively about any lead character that's not Briar.
I encourage you to speak positively about Jin.
Absolutely.
Oh god, he's a pretentious ass.
Oh, he is 100% an ass.
And I have to figure out.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Jin is 100% only attracted to himself.
Did you know? No, he's only attracted to the number 4.
You're memeing too hard.
Dating Jin would be terrible.
I
yeah.
got a DM from someone like a while back that was like, "Hey man, good to see you on League again. Can you still only count to 4?" I was like, damn it, man.
No way! That's so funny. That's fucking awesome.
I
Can you
started-
still only count
I
to
s-
4?
So the thing is, I started playing Jin because I actually have OCD, and I felt like, and I was like, that just seems fine. But like, it's built into
Like,
his
that's vibes.
mechanics. It's built into his mechanics, and he does like count during his thing. But he has lines where he'll just like start counting and like to a rhythm. And my actual OCD will latch on to that. So when I play Jin, I have voice lines turned off.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's
you shouldn't.
so
You
valid.
shouldn't have told me that he counts because for some reason my brain went 1 bullet, ha ha ha, 2 bullets.
Oh god.
Were you not aware that he did that? Like, alright, hold on. You can make that meme, like, and he does. But
Oh my god, another conversation. Let's go.
yo,
Doesn't the island
Is this just a visual novel or like?
it's a JRPG.
Yeah, there's a lot of this.
Yeah. Once
And we totally didn't spend like 30 minutes on the same still. That didn't happen this stream at all.
we may have rambled about Beauty and the Beast for a while.
And Roger
Oh, I
Rabbit.
missed that.
You forgot about
And
Roger
Roger
Rabbit.
Rabbit. Yes. We were talking about like we were
We were talking about
talking
how
about how
tunes
tunes
reproduce.
yeah.
In Roger
Well, when
Rabbit.
a mommy tune and a daddy tune love each other, I think they play patty cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's implied that the patty cake is the
Unfortunately,
thing.
Uru holds tradition in close regard. They see
Oh my God.
Bilgewater as a city of Pelangi, outsiders.
Ah, yes, Bilgewater. The town that had, like, no lore until it suddenly had lore.
Yeah,
Until it had like all the
I would
lore.
imagine Jin is less jovial about the counting, not necessarily because he's a serial killer and he's like pretty grim about
Does
it.
Jin
but
have anything to
because
do...
OCD, but because OCD is not a pleasant thing to be on the receiving end of.
Is Jin... there's one League champion that confuses me. Is there, like, some skinny fucking artist dude? That's not Jin.
That's Hui?
Yeah.
The guy he's a counterpart to Jin now.
The guy that...
Oh.
Like, out of... Okay.
The man has no cushion for the pushing, if you get what I'm saying.
Out of... Like, leaving aside that the kid character shouldn't be on a battlefield, this guy shouldn't be able to goddamn stand up with how little meat he has on those bones.
I don't know anything about why, like, age-wise or backstory-wise or anything, so I don't really want to give any context about him, but, like...
Swirl, did you enter your catacombs? Why are you so echoey?
That happens from time to time with her mic.
Oh, okay.
I can make it worse. Do you want it to be worse?
Actually, yes, please.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
I want to hear the full spectrum.
Oh, it's gonna be hold on. I can... Is this any better?
There's no echo.
I mean, it's better, but there's no echo. I was
Okay.
promised more
Do you want
echo.
me to, do you want me to
Okay,
dig up my old fucking
Yeah,
mic?
hold on,
my
let me-
rock
let me-
band mic that
let me-
somehow
let me-
works?
No,
I-
stop.
Yeah, I think I still have it in a box. I have a microphone.
I'm sure I've got like a... Go on.
I have a microphone from like the Beatles rock band somewhere in storage.
Oh my
Okay,
god, that's actually incredible.
Should I do a stream using that mic? Oh my god, no, it would sound like shit.
Dude, I kind of
That's-
did something
that's
like
the
that for
goal.
April's Fools.
I couldn't think of anything. I was so sad.
I could pull out like
I
a
literally
voice
thought
mod
of something
mic.
the night before while lying in bed falling asleep.
So
I got my little
echo
cousin to play jigsaw games.
the echo in my room, the room I'm currently in. It's not my actual bedroom, but the reason why it's like echoey sometimes, it has to do with the position of the mic and also like where it is in the rest of my setup. And like sometimes if I have one of the doors open, the echo will be different. And the closet makes it weird sometimes. It's a small room, so
Wait.
pretty much anything you do to the space makes it weird.
Wait, is
What about Jin shooting one of his teachers? I don't remember that being a thing.
arts do? Wait, is
No, I
Jin
remember
just
that being a
is
thing.
Jin just Sander Cohen but not fun?
Yeah, no, he's 100%. He was inspired by Sander Cohen. They said that like directly. They
That's
said that directly.
awesome.
His entire thing is the whole murder is art thing, and the whole mask dynamic, and in the 4. Yeah, I know he didn't shoot one teacher. He kills people in groups of 4, or else he'll get really pissed off from an OCD standpoint. I have a similar way with OCD counting, but no murder.
Wait, you have to eat 4 peasants. Is that how it works?
Shush. No, it was like more touchy things. Or touching things in
Whether the
specific
people
ways with
defend are
specific
good or
fingers, or the specific
Remember,
hand,
set
depending
these
on what
judges.
thing it was. It's got
Time
like,
to defend.
there's a set of conditions that doesn't change, but I could not define them for you unless it was in the moment, you know what I mean?
All right, here's a thought.
That's super valid.
Here's a thought. Is Alawi a paladin?
No,
Like
she's a
D&D
warlock.
paladin?
Ooh, oh.
Yeah, Alawi is 100% a warlock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, they have rules for Great Old Ones in fucking one of the expansions for 5th. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
a
that
warlock.
was
Fucking-
that's what I was doing in my warlock was a great old one.
Fucking stream froze.
I
My
Oh no,
warlock-
you've just been
Are
on that
you
picture.
sure? Because
That's
I've literally haven't moved. Because we're talking and I'm more interested in that, not gonna lie. This has happened like 4 times. I haven't even
I
beaten a
just
single...
saw your stream froze.
Should I get like a text
I
box?
reopened it and everything.
Should I get
It's
a
exactly the
Should I
same.
get a little text box that says
Sorry.
stream isn't frozen, idiots are talking?
Just make
Oh,
your avatar
God.
blink in the corner to freak people out. That'll make sure people know.
I'll just switch it randomly. I got other PNGs of some shit on my computer.
Yeah, there you go. Every 5 minutes you change it.
You guys want Jacques from fucking Cinderella? I have for some reason.
Yo, yes, actually, I love him.
Hold on, we're bringing him out. I think I used him for a Kingdom Hearts stream like once. Oh wait, no. Do you guys want? Here it is. Here's Alucard from fucking Captain N.
No, wait, no.
There he is. There he is.
No, don't do that again.
There he
No.
is.
No.
There he
No.
is.
Hashtag not my Alucard.
There he is.
I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it.
No,
There.
don't make it bigger. Oh.
Oh, what is that? No.
He's so large. I don't like that. Thank you.
Make you take up less of the screen. I'm covering that with my Steam window.
Here, we'll be. No.
Don't enlarge him.
There. Here we go. Here's Jacques from Kingdom Hearts / Cinderella.
Oh, which
I am
one's
a
the
big
fat
fan.
shit?
I don't remember. I only remember Jacques because in fucking Birth by Sleep, he's like the only NPC, and he goes like Cinderella, Cinderella. He speaks in that
Yeah.
weird fucking like fake accent or whatever it is.
Cinderella, Cinderella.
He's like the best part of that game. There. We're Jacques today.
Damn, hashtag Jacques. Oh man, Bloom Nutrition
Seems to
Greens.
change day by
4 out
day.
of 5 stars with 3,815 reviews.
I feel like for my streams, ads need to be like, I don't know. What would be
Ads
some...
need to be like those shitty mobile games where they make just to get viewer attention.
I feel like for me, I would have to have those. I need like video game ads for a game nobody but me has heard about.
Actually, Rouse, you know what ad would absolutely you know what ad I would absolutely stick around for? Like a snippet of like a video essay that's like a multiple hour long YouTube video.
God.
If I
Yes.
saw an ad that was just like an out of context from like a bit of that.
I'm gonna save. God, I haven't. The only ads I currently ever see are the ads I see when I go watch wrestling at my friend's house because I have ad block on everything.
Hell yeah.
It's cool to know that fucking certain companies haven't really changed what their advertising style has been in years.
Chloe, are you?
Yeah.
Progressive's still using Flow, and I'm still confused by it.
Wait, I thought they swapped it out for like a dude.
Okay, so like... Okay, so... Long story short, they've kind of... There's like an ensemble cast now. Because there was like a period of ads where they swapped it out and made fun of how annoying Flo is.
Oh my god, you guys.
And like
You
now
guys.
they've just gone back to using her.
You guys. I just remembered
Yeah.
dinner. So, I'm gonna go get some spaghetti. I'll be right back.
Oh my god, Swirl.
What? Oh, and water. That'll be a good idea.
Flo's like a heroic spirit class like Archer or Saber.
I will be back.
I feel
What
like
the
if...
fuck are you saying?
Freya, I feel like if I was in a Holy Grail war and I summoned Flo, I would officially give up. It's a fate thing.
Imagine polling and you get Flow. I would uninstall.
Yeah, I never get the heroes I wanted.
Also, I like that Swirl's going to get spaghetti.
Yeah, sure, spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
With red sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be quiet back th- Oh wait, no one's gonna get that joke.
An
No one
hour.
besides me played Age of Mythology.
Something
Oh,
must
God. Oh, dude, my boyfriend would actually get that joke.
Be quiet back... There's a character in that where, like, she repeats the line, be quiet back there, like, I swear 15 times in the main campaign.
Oh, no.
Because Age of Mythology, for some reason, has a fucking original story where a Greek meets, like, all the different pantheons to stop Poseidon from taking over the world.
That's right. That's what that premise was.
Yeah.
God.
Also, Age of Empires 3 has a campaign in which it's basically JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but instead of fighting vampires, they fight the Illuminati. That is... Okay, so it starts out with this guy who gets tricked into finding the Fountain of Youth, which is real in the Age of Empires 3 campaign. Then his descendants keep, like, fighting members of the Illuminati.
What?
I am not making
Why?
this up.
What? What?
That is the...
What?
There are 5 campaigns across Age of Empires 3's base game and its first DLC that tells the story of this family. Not all of them are about fighting the Illuminati. One is about the family member bankrolling the American Revolution, and one of them is, well, was about Crazy Horse, but is no longer about that.
Yeah.
I don't remember why they cut Crazy Horse being in one of the scenarios, because, like, the final campaign, like, timeline-wise, is about this guy who is half Native American, half white, I get, yeah. And it's him kind of coming to terms with basically Native society being wiped out. And he's like, of both worlds. I believe that's what that... Yeah, and he's like at the battle where Crazy Horse dies. And I believe currently they've just cut that completely. Like, the scenario's still there, but I believe it's not Crazy Horse anymore. But yeah, the main campaign is kind of insane.
Yeah, that's something.
in the original game, the final, like, cutscene has the narrator girl, who turns out to be the main character of the 3rd campaign of the base game. She meets this old man who is implied to be the main character of the 1st campaign, who is still alive thanks to the Fountain of the Youth. Like, he's like, you come from a great family. And she's like, yeah, I guess my family's pretty cool. He's like, yeah, I've been watching them.
Yeah, I've been keeping tabs, you know, on the deal.
Yeah, it's one of those campaigns where, like, it's really insane. The 1st campaign's final mission has you blowing up the Fountain of Youth.
What in the Spanish Conquistador kind of fucking...
If you build your own scenarios, you can actually use that asset.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, every asset that appears somewhere in those games can be used for creator stuff. Actually, that's kind of cool for Age of Empires.
That's awesome.
for Age of Empires 2 because its definitive edition contains a bunch of fan-made campaigns that they made canon.
God.
There are catacombs
What
below.
that
I
right
must
there
learn
is a
more
power
of what
move.
happened here.
Yeah, Age of Empires 2 is hilarious because despite having 2 sequels, it still gets the most consistent updates and new content.
Then below is where
Wait,
you
which
will
one?
go.
Say that again?
Age of Empires 2 gets more, like, support and new content updates than 3 or 4 does.
What the fuck? Okay.
I believe since Age of Empires 4 has launched, Age of Empires 2 has gotten more content and updates than 4 has gotten, like, total.
What the? That is a choice. What? Alright.
Yeah. One of those updates slash DLCs was just a fucking lie, but that's a whole situation.
The temple
Oh, I love when that happens.
They promised, they were like, hey, if you buy this DLC, you get to play as every single playable, civilization from Age of Empires 1, but in 2's engine. And we're porting over all of the campaigns, and everyone was like, that's cool! You can only play as the Age of Empires 1 civs in its designated own mode, and they only ported over one campaign.
Oh.
Like, what?
That's a failure to deliver.
Yeah,
That's some, like, take them to court shit. They fucked up real bad.
Yeah, it did not have the content that they promised.
With our combined might,
Boy.
no challenge is too great.
Yeah. And Age of Empires 4 is kind of okay. It's not really that great.
Let's just get on with it.
You are both headstrong. It is quite entertaining to watch.
They're
Well,
both...
yeah, maybe that's why they only update 2.
Yeah. 2, I believe, is also where the esports, in air quotes, scene is. It's
I
competitive.
was gonna say, like, no fucking way there's esports for that.
There is competitive for Age of Empires 2 and 3, and 4, I think.
No.
Yeah. My brother used to watch it.
What the fuck? Alright. That's... I'm trying to even fathom what that would, like,
It's an
entail.
RTS.
Well, yeah, okay.
StarCraft had fucking that kind of stuff.
Tread carefully.
Yeah, okay, you know what? No, alright. Now that I've actually given it thought, like, it's okay, it's not that outlandish.
Yeah.
Rom can be
But it
surprisingly
is
light
still
on his feet.
strange in its own way.
Yeah.
Maybe we are doomed.
Just gonna ignore that obvious trap.
What? No, it's fine. It's totally fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. It's all on the up and up.
I wish I was better at Age of Empires. I like RTSs. I'm just not really good at them. A lot of micromanaging. My brain can't wrap my head around it. And here I am wanting to learn games like Stellaris, so, like, apparently I'm just stupid.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the difference between, like, grand strategy games and, like, normal strategy games is, like, if I lose in a grand strategy game, that's kind of half the fun. Like, I don't care if I lose if I play something like Dwarf Fortress, but, like...
No.
That's because that's the point.
Yeah, exactly.
But if I lose at Age of Empires, I get really mad, because I'm like, fuck, I actually wanted
What
to
about
do good.
Age of Empires?
Age of Empires?
Swirl, what do you...
Alright, sorry, I'm back, Glyph. What about, what'd you say about me not drinking wine? I mean, that's true, but...
Age of Vampires? There are no vampires in Age of Empires.
That is a game called V Rising.
Yeah, I didn't really
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wasn't a fan.
I like V Rising. I think its balance is geared towards like large dedicated multiplayer servers.
Yeah, that's
And
kind of
they
why
expect everyone to, and they expect everyone to be cooperating with each other on those servers, like for every major boss fight. Like, the progression is locked behind boss fights, but those fights scale with the amount of players on the server. Unfortunately, like that means that they want everyone on the server to be present for like each individual boss fight, And so if you're off,
No.
yeah, it's ridiculous. They're not like raid bosses either. They're just ridiculously strong if you don't have the whole server with you. I don't get it.
Ugh.
It's supposed to incentivize
If you play it like an assault, but the game lets you change the modifiers that the game works with like at the start. So if you want to like crank the build speed and construction stuff all the way up so that you don't have to grind, much like an Arc, you can do that and it's great. Oh yeah, you don't like the mimic fish?
I just wasn't expecting it.
I did say there was a mimic chest somewhere in this game.
Nobody expects the mimic fish.
I mean, I'll give them credit. Mimic fish is an interesting concept.
So, I think, I've been wanting to do a barony goblin run in honor of Cactus.
Oh, fuck you.
Because the goblins in barony have their own, like, class associated with them, which is, like, the sorcerer, not the sorcerer, the shamans. Which is just, like, druids. They can, like, turn into, like, rats and spiders or whatever. I don't actually know if they can turn into...
Fuck yeah.
I don't... well, the goblins are neat because, they have, like, certain traits for it. Like, if you have arachnophobia mode on, the shaman's, spider form is replaced with a crab. And I love that.
That's pretty good, yeah.
But, Barony's Goblin, because it's four-player co-op multiplayer roguelike Cactus. Good game. I just wouldn't. It's a fantastic game. I just would not recommend playing it by yourself. The vibes really require there to be another person there.
It's like Lethal Company. Like you gotta have at least 4 people.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's not spooky. Like you gotta have. I'd say you need at least one other person because it just having one extra person makes the game feel a lot smoother. But if you have one other, it's got split screen multiplayer with Steam Remote Play. It's good. Anyway, the goblins are their gimmick is all of their melee stats level up at the same time.
Swirl, do you wanna look? Oh, it stopped doing it.
It did.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw that on the delay.
Just making sure someone else saw it.
No, I've had that happen to
what?
me before. Alawi's animations got locked.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. But so the way the goblins work is, actually here, let me just pull it up on the thing so I got this correct. Da-ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Goblins are in Legends and Pariahs, I think? Yes, they are. Okay. Goblins. They start with 2 potions of polymorph so they can temporarily turn into humans so they don't get beaten up in towns, or you can just disable racial traits so they're just reskins of humans if you don't want their stuff. They can recruit goblins, goblin shamans, the Potato King, which is a goblin boss, damaged automatons, and automatons. Their equipment lasts longer when they carry it. All of their melee stats level up at once, but their weapon skills level 30% slower. And they can't learn new spells from books. Although they can't learn new spells from books, but if they started with a spell, they can use it. And if they've gotten the spell from maxing out their magic skill, like just from spell books they found on the ground, then they get a spell that they are forced to learn a spell that they can use normally. Which is neat.
Yeah.
They're cute little guys. I like them. But what I like about the monster classes in Barony is like the game was balanced around humans. All the monster classes are DLCs. Well, they're not classes, the monster races. The monster races are all DLCs. But because the game was balanced around humans, they were like, oh, the monsters wouldn't be allowed in shops because they attack humans on principle. So they have potions that will temporarily polymorph them into humans. Some of them can just walk around, but there's also just a button that disables monsters' unique racial traits. So if you want to play one of the monster classes, but you want to have the stats and functionality of a human, you can just do that.
I fear something wicked has taken root here.
Which is cool.
That's smart. I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to be a friendly goblin that doesn't get attacked by townsfolk, you can just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
that feels like
please,
it's...
I'm just a little goblin.
That feels like I'm going
the-
against the goblin spirit.
The one thing I don't understand about how Barony does its monsters is that the incubus and the succubus, as one might expect, they are the same race but different sexes. Except
Yeah.
no, because they have different abilities. Like if you pick incubus and then you change it to female, it will automatically change your class to it'll change the race to succubus, because that's what a succubus is. But they have different traits. So when you the incubus is way worse than a succubus is. Succubuses are pretty good. Incubus is not, which is like it actually does mess you up a bit. Well,
Wow.
incubus can be good in a certain way, just not in the same way. They're different. They're different.
They're different.
Different.
The incubus's thing is that cursed items count as blessed items and vice versa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That could
Cursed
be-
items count as blessed items and vice versa. Amulets of strangulation will, instead of strangling you, restore your magic.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how the incubus works. They're,
I can't believe the incubus really went harder, Daddy.
They're
That's actually incredible.
Yeah, their starting class is called the Punisher, and it's the only one that gets a whip.
Ooh, nice.
They're interesting.
I
They
see.
have a spell that just randomly teleports them to somewhere on the map if they feel like it.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Usually you have to like drink until you black out to get that effect.
So the way that the way that the monsters work is that they each have like a designated class that was designed to function well with them. To
Okay.
synergize with their effects. But you have to unlock using that class on other monster characters. You have to I believe you have to beat a run with them on that class first. So the default class for vampires is accursed, and if you want to play if you want to put accursed on a goblin, you have to beat a run with vampire accursed first.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you.
That's an
I'm
interesting way to like gatekeep that.
I'm pretty.
Well,
I'm pretty
no, maybe
sure
that's
you
not
can.
the right word.
I'm pretty sure you can just put it on. You can just put that any class on humans from the get-go, though. I will double check because
Boo.
it's entirely possible that some of this only applies if you're not the host of a lobby, but I can't remember. I hate the Buru Temple.
Good. All the enemies spawned. Awesome.
Yeah. Let me double check that real quick for you, Kak. Not that this will ever matter if you don't play the game, but you know, I want to know now.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll take so.
Cactus, as always, is just here for the vibes.
Yeah, here it is. Unlock this achievement to play this class combination. Okay, yeah, so that's how it is. So humans can pick any class from the get-go. Yeah. Humans can pick any class from the get-go. All of the monsters can play any human class from the get-go, but they cannot play other monster-specific classes until they have been beaten by that monster first.
Oh, okay.
I also like that a lot of the more annoying stuff, like the random minotaur spawns that like for taking too long in a level, because those are really stressful. You can just disable them in the menu, and it doesn't affect achievements. It doesn't
That's
affect
awesome.
achievements. You can just disable it. You can also enable keep items on death and disable random traps and friendly fire, and all of those do not affect achievements. You can also disable hunger, and that also doesn't affect achievements.
Hunger?
bless.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think the only reason why hunger is a mechanic because it's a game where you're in a dungeon for a long time and it's made to feel like an old school punishing dungeon crawler. But I also think it's a mechanic because some of these characters have special diet, like some of the races have special diets, and that's like part of why they're still there. Like insectoids eat fruit and Yeah, insectoids cast with their hunger bar, basically. They cast
Sorry.
with their hunger bar, so and they eat they're immune to poison and food poisoning. So what they do is they just eat a bunch of like they drink apple juice and just shove their mouths full of like fruit. And they just
Nice.
spam buttons. That's how they work.
I got a new banner ad.
Oh yeah.
Amazon, yeah, it was for a graphics card.
I mean, that's closer.
I see.
Yeah, so for some reason Amazon is like, you need vitamins and a better gaming system. Which is...
Maybe Amazon knows what your medical issue is. Your doctors
yeah, maybe
can't
Amazon's
figure it out.
onto something, yeah. Man, that shit is so annoying. So, like, the good news is that... Oh, wait, is this okay for me to talk about on stream?
I mean,
Is it TOS-able?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. It's just, like, it's a little bit of a bummer, but, like, I think it's funny.
I mean, I'll leave it up to you.
Alright, I promise it's not that bad. But the good news is that I no longer am on the verge of blacking out when I'm up for too long. The bad news is that I do feel like I could go to sleep for like 8 hours after like an hour of activity. So it's an improvement, but it still
Chronic
sucks.
fatigue, gang?
Oh my god, no, like I'm worried like this bitch is gonna diagnose me with like narcolepsy or chronic fatigue. Like just walking around a grocery store, I was like, if I lay down on the ground right now, I would go to sleep. Like that's how bad it is.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got new meds relatively recently, and they work great. I just get really tired at like 2 p.m.
Oof.
I don't know why.
Just peter out, you know?
Yeah.
Well, what time are you getting up?
I have work at 9.
Okay, so that's, I don't know. I feel like not to like diminish or belittle anything. Like I feel like
No,
getting
your
like
thing is
kinda
definitely
sleepy
worse.
around 2 or 3.
I mean, people normally get pretty tired like afternoon, but I think most people that get tired get tired around like 2 p.m. don't take a 4-hour nap because they're that tired.
True.
Oh god, yeah. I'm mesmerized by this gameplay. Sorry, I'm completely distracted right now. Like, this is so, like, pleasing to watch. Yo, she
boss
doing
fights
some
are-
shit?
The boss fights where the bosses get pretty big, those are fun. There's actually, Rouse, this is important for you to know.
Yeah.
There's a boss fight pretty far into the game that involves like Alawi, and there's some really specific that fight is 100% about the positioning of the party. Like it's like it's you know that
Is it like Darkest Dungeon?
yeah, it's like Darkest Dungeon Umibozu. You get
Yeah.
it. I love you, Cactus. Sunburned Isles Umibozu. Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about.
I'm so glad. Yes, you have it. Well, unlike Umibozu, you do not have to be one hit from death to damage the boss, but you do have to be in a specific spot in the. You have to be in a specific spot in the turn order, which is worse.
Yeah.
Awesome. That sounds ultimately very annoying.
You have to use very specific abilities to make sure your party is within like this. That you see that green box on the field there, Cactus?
Yes.
So that's a healing zone, and those icons on the timeline show like the turn order, and you can move to different spots in that. Different abilities will move you along further. So basically, you can only damage the boss while you're in that zone, and like you have to. It's weird. It's something like that, unless I'm misremembering it. But it's an annoying fight.
It sounds
probably
cool healers.
Yeah, it's a gimmick fight, but it's one of the more interesting gimmicks. Anyway, so I was talking about how the monsters at Barony have special diets. The goatmen can eat tin cans.
Yo, someone in my chat today actually eats like cans.
Just like the metal.
Yeah.
That's
Sorrel,
not...
go to the Infinity server and go to IRL photos. If you scroll up
Am I
past
getting
Hot
a
Dog
Discord
Cat,
ad for Genshin Impact? Oh no! You know how Discord does like ads now?
Discord
Yeah,
does
Discord-
ads?
Yeah, that's a
They
thing that
better
they've.
fucking not.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right now. Stream Genshin Impact to a friend for 15 minutes and win in-game rewards. Fuck no.
Oh, he died again.
Shit, I
Yeah,
wish that was me. I would
Hold on, here it is.
automatically do that.
Here it is. Why am I seeing this? Hoyoverse is trying to reach certain kinds of Discord users. Based on what you've told us or other information we've collected, the following information was used to tell you about this. Location, age, activity. Uh-huh. How do you know my age, Discord? I don't think I put that on anything.
I feel like trying to sell...
I
feel like trying to sell me Genshin would be really funny because I dropped that game.
Oh yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, I
don't
go
know.
back and forth between playing that game and then never touching it again.
Yeah, it's one of those games
my-
where like it's one of those games where like you'll hyper fixate on it for like 2 hours and then you'll be like, okay, and then not play it for 6 months.
My
Yeah,
issue...
I'll play it for like 2 weeks and then I'm done.
My issue with Genshin is kind of my same issue with Star Rail, where like I feel like I'm playing a watered down version of a better game, and the characters are and the characters are like not good enough for me to want to like pull for like no one in Star Rail really like or Genshin really grabbed me like I need to pull and play them. All of them kind of are the same level of not interesting.
Oh god, Cactus, I found it in IRL photos.
Yeah,
Oh no.
right? I love
Are they
that.
okay?
Skylar is like actually one of my favorite new people. Like they literally just showed up in my chat today and I was like, I like you.
I don't think I'm looking at this image right now.
I think they just bited into it.
I'm looking at this image. That is very clearly an actual human bite mark.
Right?
Although I gotta
swear
say,
they
if
do
that's
this with their teeth.
I gotta say, if that's a human bite mark, this person has like, I don't want to say they have I don't know. I was like, either that's a small can, or they have like, or they're just.
No, I could put a bite mark like that into a can. I feel like it's not like if I
will-
really wanted to, I could take a bite out of a can
Kid,
like
I just-
that.
Don't
think
eat
the average
cans! Why do I have to tell
eat
this?
it.
I think if the average person bit into a can, like in this photo, it would be a larger bite mark than in that photo.
Oh, you feel like that bite mark is too small?
Yeah. Unless
that's
how
the
big is that
problem with
can?
this.
I don't normally have
I
those
assume
kinds
it. Okay, I assume it's like a 12-ounce can. Like it looks
Okay,
like your
'cause
standard can
that
size.
can, looking at their hand positioning, it's about the can is the size of their entire hand. So they're like me and they probably have small hands.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. My hands are tiny.
You have tiny hands.
I have tiny hands, so it's not the bite mark that's small, it's the size of the can proportional to their hands that makes it look small.
One step
I think.
Also, it was super weird because I actually thought that this was like an alt count for you because her name is Whirlybird.
Oh. Nope.
And I was like, oh shit, no, that's just someone who came for Old School RuneScape.
I don't have any alt accounts, but I once joined a server and then immediately got banned because it said it detected me on an alt account, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I do not have any other alt accounts, and it just was like, nope, you're perma-banned from this community, and I was like, well,
That's
fuck
lame.
me, I guess.
Yeah, no kidding.
I
That's
don't
so
I don't
stupid.
have any alt accounts, but you know that bot that like
I have
checks
27 alternative accounts.
people- Don't do Eggman. You know the
Fool.
bot that like bans you for bans people on alt accounts. Then like people sometimes
Sure,
use it to
yeah.
auto mod. Yeah, it's a very specific bot. Yeah, I don't like that bot because of this
Yeah,
specifically.
no, fuck that.
I
That's
didn't
stupid.
do jack, and it's mean to me.
Swirl forgot in one of
You're
her
an bullshit.
in one of her past lives as a vampire, because she's such a long-lived person.
Yeah.
Forgot
I mean,
why she
I-
got banned.
I was required to use a different account on Discord for like back when I was part of an esports group. But that was for that group specifically, and it had that organization's email. It's not like it wasn't affiliated with my personal info. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got you.
Don't worry, I have like 800 alternative accounts.
I also don't think I even still have the info for that, so.
Oh, nice. Scepter new 24-inch professional monitor for $10. Nope. $100 and wait, 109. Oh man, I'm fucking this up.
You're
real
right there,
bad.
Cactus.
No.
All I heard was $10, $10.
10-hour, 20-hour,
Oh
hours,
man,
yes.
James Bond having it strong. Like.
You know, I expected more from my tank character, but he seems to take a lot more damage than he should.
late game, if you just focus shield on Braum, he'll be able to solo fights. Well, he won't do the damage output to solo, but he will do the damage output for you to not heal.
I don't know about that. No matter how many times I use, like... You good, Cactus?
Oh, no, you heard that. I'm so sorry.
I did hear that. Did you get spooked?
It sounded like you just... Yeah.
I accidentally used the fill tool instead of the brush tool and just filled my entire canvas with the color, and it scared me.
Have you considered Control Z?
I did. It's totally fine. It just scared me. That's so sorry that got picked up.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. It was funny.
Trust me, it fits the vibe of this stream.
Yeah, I think Sorrel can attest that when I take damage in a video game, I take damage in real life.
When you die in the game, you die in real life.
I really do.
If that were the case, I would be dead.
You guys want to do the
Yeah.
thought experiment of, to get into heaven, do you have to be forgiven by the people you've killed in video games?
I'm absolutely...
No, because Nazir is a bitch and I'm not sorry for killing him. Fuck that guy.
Who did you say? Did you say Azir?
Nazir from Skyrim.
Nazim?
Get to the cloud. Oh,
Nazim.
Nazim, my bad.
Nazim.
I don't even care to remember his name. He's such a bitch. Get to the Cloud District very often? Fuck you. I'm the Thane.
So Rouse has not played Skyrim, and he requested I make a mod pack or something.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
alright,
no.
if I play Skyrim, I want Swirl to just give me a mod pack. I think I don't want Swirl to tell me what's in it.
Yeah, and
Oh,
that's
no.
fine. But we didn't account for the fact that so I have the anniversary stuff, which is like the it's bundled with the
Oh,
creation
yeah,
club
same.
nonsense. Yeah, he does not. So, and for whatever
Uh-oh.
reason, the creation club stuff fundamentally changes the internal code in a way that makes many mods incompatible. And Bethesda doesn't really make it easy for you to remove content you have from their DLCs.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to figure out how that works. Otherwise, I can't test a mod pack. I'm gonna send them.
Oh, boo. Raz, just do the easy thing. Get the special edition, whatever the fuck it is.
Well, then you
Yeah.
have to give more money to Bethesda.
Look,
Yeah,
but-
that is always
see-
like the downside.
See, here's the thing. I would love to give Bethesda more money. However, they only get my money when they unscrew up Fallout.
That's so valid.
Which means I'm hoping for a New Vegas patch, or for someone to declare that the Fallout TV show is non-canon.
Sorry. That's just
Everyone
like
just
that.
keeps being. Everyone I talk to just keeps being like, you know what's good? The Fallout show. And then every time they say that, I could just imagine Rouse seething.
Yeah, Fallout show, great. You know 76? Awesome game. No fucking weird lore thing happening there. Fallout 4, definitely not a poorly written piece of shit.
Oh, no, Fallout 4 fucking sucks. To be fair, Fallout 76 does have Mothman.
I've heard 76 gets better, it's just like, it was...
Mothman the Cryptid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he huggable?
Yes, but he will kill you.
I was about to say,
That's
don't you fight Mothman?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
huggable,
I
but
mean-
only once.
Yeah, yeah.
Look,
And it's worth it,
that's
honestly.
Look,
That's unfortunate.
76 and especially like Fallout 4 were the starts of like me making it very clear to me that Todd Howard could give less of a shit about what Fallout is about and its lore and cares more about
For
putting
real.
the factions he likes doing cool stuff.
This is just what happens when you buy out someone else's IP instead of using your own. You just end up messing up the lore because you don't. It's like you don't have much emotional attachment to how the
Yeah.
lore is
It's
for everyone
like
else.
it's like in the TV show, why is there a Brotherhood Ranger? Why isn't that or a Brotherhood of Steel Paladin? Why is it not an NCR Ranger? Like there is a lore character from a lore faction that makes more sense to be put in that role. But why?
You're so mad about this. I love it.
I don't know if you're here for the stream where I literally spent like a half hour yelling about it.
Oh, God.
I got genuinely I care for a lot of franchises, like, but Fallout's like the one I care about the most.
The last time I got really upset about like a franchise being, or at least a game having something messed up with it, it was you guys know Super Hot? Super Hot has a VR game. The VR game, in the middle of the pandemic, they removed the scene where where the player has to shoot themselves to progress in the VR game, which is the most iconic scene in the game. They were like, we don't want to encourage people for self-harm, but that didn't encourage it. That would be like if they took the red pill, blue pill scene out of the Matrix because it encouraged drug abuse. Like that's basically what they're saying. Do you know what I mean?
You shoot yourself in the head. I would probably have like a really rough time with that.
Well, no, I understand, but they picked this over. They were like, yeah, we considered making it a toggle, but we figured that making it a toggle would spoil the experience.
Wait, hold on, Dragon. What do you mean, like intentionally extremely lame? Like the Brotherhood aren't a lame faction, but they are not a faction that should be like doing stuff because they are literally an isolationist faction.
Dragon said they're lame in the show, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but like the West Coast Brotherhood of Steel literally are just sitting around in their bunkers hoarding technology, being like, I shouldn't help people. They suck.
I'm not saying like I am 100% down for them having like a toggle for like kind of distressing content, right? I think that them not making I think that they had the option of doing it a toggle and intentionally just decided to take it out when it was the most iconic scene in the franchise.
Oh yeah, no, like it's like
they also took out the
it's
scene
like
where
censoring spiders in a game. Like a Lethal Company, like that spider is like very specific. But like fuck spiders, you know?
Well, it's just it's the most iconic scene in that game because you're not like in the circumstances of that level you have to like
Is it stupidity?
you're like thinking about the plot of the game and you're like, oh, this is what I have to do, I guess.
You see,
they also took out the scene where they also took out the level that ends with you jumping out a window, but you don't hit the ground in that level. You just like it just fades to white and you're in a different level. But like those levels are like that. Those levels have those transitions because they abruptly change from the player to the player being in the real world in the VR game. Like they change to the player being in like dystopian real world, like in the real world of the game universe because the game universe is
Super Hot.
It's been out for years.
Still spoiled it.
I know. Oh my god.
But
Snape kills Dumbledore? This is bullshit.
Well, Dragon, I'd like to.
I think it's pretty realistic to understand that it would. The window one was only from the demo. No, it's in the main game. They took it out of the main VR one too. which is annoying. Like, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be, like, an option for people who would be distressed by that to have to, you know, not
Yeah,
see that
no,
kind
it
of
should be
content.
like an option.
It should 100% be an option. I just
It's like
forcibly removing it just seemed like
It's like-
removing it seemed like it was like some kind of lazy thing. Also, due to
Yeah.
that, Super Hot got to overwhelmingly negative on Steam.
Damn.
It took VR took VR to overwhelmingly negative, and it's still it's still not, yeah, it's still on mostly positive now. Even though Steam was like, they made a thing and they were like, hey, we're getting review bombed, and Steam has been deliberately removing a lot of the negative reviews. And then
Great news, guys.
they also banned everyone from the Discord who had an objection to them not making it a toggle.
Alright, back to my point, Dragon. Well, I do get, like, the scene with, like, I do get that being a thing, but, like, the Brotherhood of Steel would totally risk their life over something as stupid as a toaster oven, because it's technology. They're a They're a dumb faction, but my problem is, why is a member of the faction working with outsiders? Like, they literally hate everyone else, and because they're a bunch of weirdos who hide in a bunker. Like, the only Brotherhood that recruit outside recruits is the East Coast. The West Coast, they're all like, nah. Yeah, but, like... My problem with this, like, why is there a Brotherhood main character? Why is he traveling with non-Brotherhood members? When an NCR Ranger would make more sense. Well, I know why, because they nuked Sandy Shades, because Todd Howard is an idiot.
It just works.
Yeah, I didn't want to see the NCR flag fly over New Vegas. Yeah, that's not something I wanted, Todd. You know what I also didn't want, Todd? Mr. House being an actual, now just straight-up villain. Instead of, like, a nuanced character. I mean,
no,
he's...
really?
Oh, shoot. Sorry, that's actually spoilers.
Oh no, I'm not gonna watch it, don't worry. But that super sucks. Like,
yeah,
that's,
so...
like...
In Fallout 3, in Point Lookout, you learn there's, like, this feud going on. And, like, you are not informed at all what's going on. Like, you just help this guy kill one of his enemies. And he's like, well, I killed the guy. Now I gotta go kill my other enemies. It's part of the great game. Well, it turns out the great game was Vault-Tec and the Illuminati wanting to take over the world by using the Great War.
Oh.
I don't like that, but, like, House is one of them, and I'm like, no. If House wanted to take over the world, he would have just bought the White House. Like, House doesn't do, like, direct action. He indirectly makes you understand that he beat you. You know, how he dealt with his stepbrother. He slowly bought the company from under him and let him literally die of paranoia in his last factory. Yeah, he also doesn't do alliances. Also, Ian St. Clair is not a bad person. Why is he part of this conspiracy? He has no connection to anything. He's just a nice guy who got screwed over. Also, the Sierra Madre doesn't make any... Oh, the fucking Sierra Madre makes no sense. Why would he build that if he knew the world was, Begin anew.
I'll answer your thing in a minute, Kak. This is way funnier to me.
No, cause like, why build
100%.
that? Why the message? Why set up the vault trap at all if you knew what was coming? Ugh.
I love how over the course
just-
of this stream,
just,
we've
like-
talked about League for like 10 minutes in total.
Yeah, just make Dead Money even worse. I mean, I love Dead Money, but like, let's make none of it make any sense anymore. Dean, you're a dumbass. Wait, no, that means Team Domino was right! Fuck Ian St. Clair, I guess. So the fucking dick, oh my, who betrayed him, I guess he was right all along. I guess he was totally. I hate it. Oh, I hate you, Todd.
What did Dean Dominatrix do?
Dean Domin. Okay, so Ian St. Clair builds the Sierra Madre. It's this big casino. He's in love with this lounge singer girl. And Dean is like, well, Ian's a nice guy, and he's like a cool dude.
Wait, see, this isn't like the cannibal people, right? This is the other people?
This is pre-war.
Oh, God, okay.
Dean's like, well, nobody can be happy. Like, Ian can't be a happy person. He's got to have, like, an edge, or there's got to be, like... I'm trying to remember this, because it's been a while since I've, like, read through all of it. But, like, Dean's like, fuck Ian. He's too happy. This can't be real. He's got to be secretly depressed or something. So he blackmails this woman specifically to just fuck him, to have Ian store all of his, like, gold underground. That's where the gold bars and dead money come from. And...
Oh.
Yeah, and basically Dean was going to rob Ian and St. Clair and steal everything he had to see how he would react. Ian figures this out and basically rigs the vault to lock on you if you decide to actually watch the terminal, which gives you one of the dead money endings. Also, hi, Salty. But, like, none of that makes sense if Ian was a piece of shit. Because I guess it turns out Dean was right the whole time. But, like, him being wrong is the point.
So, one of my mutuals sent me this.
Welcome to the
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream. I sent a picture of a pasta cannoli.
I would eat that. As long as it doesn't have the sweet filling. Like, that would probably be pretty good.
Yeah, same. If it was like...
I think a lot of sweet things, if you give them something like meaty and savory, it could work pretty well.
You know what I would change? I would do like, I'd get one of those big, the things those like big sheets of pasta used for lasagna and use that, wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, you're so right. Oh,
like a burrito?
Yeah.
There is a specific type of pasta that's like a, not a ricotta.
Well, like
cheese.
Yeah, like my grandma
it's like
used
stuffed shell, but like a tube.
Yeah, my grandma used to do that. She would take, not like the spaghetti, but she would take those big, lasagna things. She would fill them with meat and ricotta, wrap them up, and then bake them.
Ooh.
Those are really good.
I miss pasta.
Pasta's great.
My grandma would make this, atrocity.
Atrocity?
I wouldn't call it, I don't know if atrocity is what I'd call it.
Alava, you sure do miss a lot of your attacks. What am I, fucking playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I'm trying to make Shadowheart attack?
Yeah, Shadowheart throwing firebolt.
I like Shadowheart, but she is, for some reason, just a fucking... She can't hit to save her goddamn life.
She has, like, I know she's a caster, but they somehow gave her, like, the worst stats for her spells that she starts
They
with.
really did. I had to respect the fuck out of her in a playthrough.
You know what's really funny? Clerics are broken in 5th edition.
Like,
how did they fuck up?
Like, Astarion has better stats for firebolt casting than Shadowheart does. Like, his is like 70% accuracy, hers is like 40, hers is like 45.
King Boro!
Yeah, that's his big move.
The Poro King is a champion in the card game.
Rom, stop fucking dying! Holy shit!
Oh. He's doing his best.
Make sure you're using your speed lane attacks on them so that they don't miss.
No.
Okay. Well. Anyway, Cactus, I am honored that your two favorite group chats are.
Yeah, Zippity Doo Dah Gang and HumanFlesh.webm.
It's not a group chat, but a Discord group I'm in is called the Kibi Appreciation Server after like a yellow Kirby sprite. You know what Kibi is? It's like a player 2 from some old Kirby game.
I see.
I think it's still that.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. There are 3 favorite groups. Because there's also 2 nerds and a poser and Drac and Adam. That was the full group chat title.
It's a good
Two
one.
nerds and a poser and Drac and Adam.
Yep.
I
Because
don't.
it used to be
I don't-
just myself, David, and Kat. So they're both Star Trek nerds. I'm
has-
just there.
Drac has multiple times offered to like hang out on VR chat or something. I have not. I don't know if I have ever heard her speak. Like, not even
Yeah.
on VR chat, just in general. I don't know if I've ever heard her talk.
Oh yeah, they're like super chill, don't worry.
I better be solving this puzzle correctly. Oh yeah, I am.
Me holding a Rubik's Cube at 4 in the morning.
Does Drac use they instead? Why?
Oh, she, they. I guess whatever.
Oh, I see.
Count Dracula?
Yeah.
Yo,
Dracula.
take a wild guess.
What? Who Count Dracula is?
No,
I'm
take a
a-
wild guess what Drac's aesthetic is.
Is it vampires?
Yes.
Well, hold on, it's a very specific vampire.
Yes, sorry, the status message is I am very normal about Dracula Castlevania.
And even better, it's a very specific Dracula
Hold
Castlevania.
on. Let me see if I've remembered the name correctly. God fucking damn. It's Gabriel Belmont, isn't it?
Get maced.
That is her fucking hyperfixation, her blorbo, and her comfort food.
You know what? I would make fun of that, except no. That's at least original.
Right?
I will take somebody taking a interesting path. I wish those games were a little
literally
better.
learned. Yeah. They literally learned how to do 3D modeling, and just so that way they could get the actual asset from the Lords of Shadows game, and put that Dracula, Lord of Shadows Dracula, in VR chat.
Oh, boss fight.
Yippee!
Oh yeah, so I was talking about. Oh yeah, this is a neat fight.
Oh yeah, my favorite League character, the Ruined Spiders.
Yeah, you guys don't have any problems with spiders, do you?
No.
They're all baby.
They are all baby. Yesterday I was watching videos of snakes drinking water for like 15 minutes.
I see.
Oh, they're
You haven't
so
proven that-
cute when they do
Have
that.
have you ever seen a snake drink water, Rouse?
That's so
I
fun.
actually
You see
have.
like a little hog nose or like a king
Yeah,
cobra.
well,
and
yeah, I know exactly like the hognose video that you're talking about. Just like,
Ugh, they're so cute.
oh, it's so fucking cute.
They just slurp and like they drink a lot of water.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they're long noodles. They need a lot of water.
Hey, yeah, noodles need to stay hydrated. You ever eaten dry
Noodles have to
pasta?
stay hydrated.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Very-
snake pasta.
I don't like my noodles crunchy.
All right, we found out what kind of spaghetti Swirl actually had.
I'm still eating.
I
So I
s-
keep muting and unmuting. They're not snakes.
You know, I think
Oh,
a
that reminds
vampire
me.
eating like live snakes instead of pasta.
I'm
Good
sure
source
that
of
would
blood.
check out. I'm sure that would check out. Skyrim's vampires. The vampires, the vampires in Skyrim, like you're very well aware of the Volkahars, right, Cactus?
Yes.
Like, they're just.
Oh, good. He
they-
just respawns enemies.
So,
I love it.
The vampires in Skyrim, at least the Volkahars, just go like the Tokyo Ghoul route.
Yeah.
What, they
Or,
eat
like-
people?
No, like they straight up like will, they'll straight up like, yeah, it'll be like they'll just have you walk in there. There's like bodies just on tables and like various
Yeah.
medical nonsense going on, and it's just like, oh god.
Yeah, it's just like a severed foot and like
Yeah,
12
yeah,
skulls.
yeah. And then that one asshat, Harkin or whatever, will be like, oh, I need you to go to this place and find me this chalice. And then these two other vampire assholes will be like, oh, we want the chalice. And they'll be like, oh, fuck you. And then they give you the bow that lets you do a sneak attack on the sun and turn the sky red.
Yeah.
By the way, that video of the sneak attack on the sun, I'm pretty sure the hit marker does go off on the sun because it does have like a thing to trigger it, but that actual unit that was hit in that video was a bandit.
That's awesome.
Just way off in the distance. You can see its health bar for like a fourth of a second at the top.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So the vampires...
swirl.
Wait, hold on. The vampires are like weird cannibal guys?
Yeah, the vampires are they're Tokyo Ghoul style vampires. They can
like
drink
whenever
blood, but
you
they prefer to
find,
eat
like-
people.
Yeah, like
Not-
whenever you find like a vampire hideout, it's always filthy with like bloody corpses and like half-eaten limbs and like.
To
like,
my
damn,
knowledge,
bitch, you live like this?
to my knowledge, it's that the D&D vampire, not D&D vampire, fuck, Skyrim vampires. Fucking Christ, because they're the Volkihar ones specifically. Okay, because in Skyrim, because you know how the Elder Scrolls, all the vampires in the Elder Scrolls games are different per region. Like there's a different variant of vampirism for each region in the Elder Scrolls games. The ones
Oh,
in
is it? Oh.
yeah, that is how it is in canon.
Different clans, if you will.
It's not necessarily different clans. It's different strains of the actual disease.
Each with their
'Cause
own
it is a disease. You
disciplines.
can't contract it
and-
from a
Well,
bear.
The Volkihar clans are like true vampires created directly from stuff with Molag Bal, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get into that because it's
Yeah,
very
that's a
not
whole
TOS
thing.
friendly.
Yeah, they were sired by Cain, the first vampires.
No, it's a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
Worse than
Anyways.
Masquerade's lore? Damn.
I'd say it's on par with some of it, but like it's pretty rough. The Volkihars are a different strain of vampire from the common vampires you see out in the world because they were directly from Molag Bal and not from like they haven't. They're directly from Molag Bal, so it's a different strain of vampirism than the kind you'll find out in the wild. And they have the wonderful ability to give this to you directly without you having to go through some shit.
Is handed to you.
Yeah.
He does hand it to you, but he does it for, like, you have done a good thing for him, even though he's an abusive asshat.
Man, imagine your reward being turned into a vampire. Like, thank you for doing my
If you're-
quest line.
If you're a werewolf already, and he'll talk about your werewolf blood making you impure, and he'll be like, oh, he basically exposits about how like the true vampire thing will like cleanse the werewolf filth from your blood, and he says make you whole again or something. I don't remember, but some weird werewolf vampire bigotry. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Every scenario with those werewolves and vampires, they have to be against each other. That's just how it is. Anyway.
Oh, of course.
Well, in Masquerade, they actually have a reason.
Well, there's a reason in everything, but generally the reason is the writers want to make them fight because they're fantasy people.
Swirl, I have a question. Do you know the reason in Masquerade why they're against each other?
I believe you told me, and I can't remember something about the nature of the universe, and I don't remember.
Oh, I must have, yeah. Vampires are a affront to the natural order, and werewolves in, the World of Darkness are literally if Captain Planet was also a giant furry that ripped your face off.
And,
I would watch that Saturday
there's a
morning
little
special.
more to the
Well, I don't want to go into all of the Gao lore, because, like, then we get into some of the weirder Gao, and I don't want to talk about them.
Yeah, no, I get that.
There's a lot of stuff that really starts getting weird. And we don't need to talk about the weird clans of
Yes.
the Gao.
Okay, so, So what's weird is that if in Skyrim you can become a normal like lower tier vampire just randomly, right?
Yeah. I've gotten vampiritis from like a
Yeah.
fucking bear.
It happens. It's sanguinaire vampirus because they are not clever with names.
No. Yeah, that's why I called it vampiritis. Like, it's just as clever.
It's so easy to get in the early game, by the way, and you can be a vampire lord as early as like level 10 or 11 because you have to do like that one quest and then you gotta go find what's her face and you know something critical role. Anyway, you know exactly what I mean.
Sure.
Yeah, you gotta do Sarah's quest and bullshit and blah blah blah.
Her voice actor, man. Anyway.
Oh,
Something-
Scotch tape, nice.
Something you want to say, Swirl?
No, it's fine. So people like Serana because people like Serana. Like most people that play Skyrim think Serana is the best companion, or a lot of them think Serana is the best companion because she is written like a Fallout companion, unlike all of the other Skyrim companions. So she actually has like a personal quest you can do and dialogue, and you can eventually marry her.
Why won't it just let me send the fucking Poro through here?
You can also get her cured, which is interesting.
Yeah.
It's like that's part of it.
Yeah, no normal person. Fucking Brom, send your goddamn Poro through here.
You'd have to come back with a certain extra character in the roster.
Boo.
Who the
Sorry.
fuck? Pike?
Unfortunately, I am gonna
Yes.
have to leave. Oh shit, I didn't do my daily missions.
Get on Sky,
Yeah,
Jesus.
zip out. Yeah.
No, don't.
You have
I
a good night,
forgot.
Cactus. Thanks for vibing.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
I'm most likely gonna wrap up shortly too, just because I am hungry as all hell.
That's understandable. Before I go, Swirl, what do you think about Zai's persona?
I think it's. I mean, I get it. I get that was what the how the thing went. With the test.
Good lord.
Fun fact, that is now a commission.
It's a good
Macchio's actually gonna give me money for that. I'm not done
Macchio?
with it. Yeah.
Macchio is paying for it on Zai's behalf, or is Macchio the one that wants it?
Macchio's the one that's paying for it on Zaya's behalf. It's not done. That's
I
like
see.
by no means done, but I have kind of like the base stuff. Oh,
Base
you gotta
stuff
do a shit
with-
ton of shading on that main.
Yeah, I did the pixel art for Nano's profile pic.
Did you really? I really like Nano's profile pic.
How do I have so
I did
many
the
of these?
pixel. I did the pixel art for the profile pic, but the actual art was from like a thing he had gotten commissioned a while back.
I am deeply
Like, so I just took that and was like, yeah, I could do this and pixelify it.
Don't worry, Rose. I am still working on yours.
Okay.
But I'm really happy
I
with how
got
that
busy
because
because I was like, oh, it's holidays now. I'm like, fuck, it's holidays.
It's fine. I swear like a couple days ago, I was like, I think I was talking to Swirl, and I was like, man, I can't remember, but I thought Cactus said that he was making something for me. And Swirl's like, why aren't you asking? I'm like, I don't want to bother him. And then as soon as I said that, you started posting the updates, and I was like, yes, that's what it was.
Oh, that, yeah.
I would be the worst person to do a commission, because I would get something and be like, right, that's what I wanted.
Oh, got it. Yep.
it's so funny to like just forget about things.
Well, it doesn't help
Honestly,
that
for
sometimes
real.
these conversations happen after, like, I'm like half tired and we've been in a call for like 18 fucking hours, it seems.
Then perhaps
And we've
slowly
been like
reload.
doing a bit for like the past
Yeah.
30 minutes.
I didn't even finish my point about the jankness of the vampires in Skyrim.
There was a point.
The point that I
I'm
was
gonna
making.
dip out.
You
Yes,
started talking about like
have a good
marrying
night,
some
Cactus.
female vampire, and I was like, okay.
Have a good night,
Have a
Cactus.
good-
No. My point was not to
Bye-bye.
talk about Serana. My point was that in If you can only be turned into a werewolf once through one quest line. If you refuse to become a werewolf, that just ends the entire fucking faction. Pretty much. Like they cease to exist. If you do become a werewolf and then get cured later, you cannot be turned into a werewolf again. If you are a vampire lord and then get cured later, you can go back to the guy and be like, "Hey, I got cured," and he'll be like, "What? Why?" and return you into a vampire. If you're a lower tier vampire when you arrive, he will upgrade you to a higher tier. Well, which is vampire lord.
Awesome. I'm actually gonna end this because I have to get food.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I just think it's weird that the werewolves you can do once, and then the big boy vampires you can do like as many times as you need to.
As many times as it takes.
Well, yeah, and you don't have to hard commit to the faction to get the vampire thing like you do with the werewolves.
Interesting.
You show up there, and the guy is like, "Hi, thanks for doing this. Here's your reward. Bye." And for the werewolves, you have to do like 4 or 5 quests for them first, and then it's like it gets into like weird half-baked politics between them. And do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir.
All right.
Alright. Well, I'll be back tomorrow, and I think Friday now too. I think I'll be maybe joining Fridays. We shall see.
Gotcha.
And then yeah,
Alright.
it'll be definitely tomorrow with more Kingdom Hearts and Sunday with more Tearing Saga. And then next week will be a fucking weird ass week because I think my schedule is getting completely reworked again.
Yeah.
Well, they hired a bunch of people and they don't want to do a Friday with like half new people, so I might have to work then and have different days off, which will affect what days I hang out with my friends. So we will see. This might be next Wednesday at like a super late time, or it might be a different day. We shall see. I'll keep yeah, that's what the Discord's for. I should really just make schedules and post them there, but
Maybe just like make the stream an event visible in the Discord.
well, I have a Discord bot that literally like ats all of you.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's kind of all I need at the moment. Like that's the point of the Discord. The Discord's not like, well, okay, it's a place where people can still hang out, but like you get my point. It's literally
Yeah.
it's there for people who don't normally use Twitch to know when I'm
my-
live.
My Discord is also more of just like a glorified notification.
Yeah. I will still be using it for some stuff. Like the Wilder Myth stream, I'll be using it to do the call and because I do want to do that multiplayer. Yeah, but that is it. I'm going to end the stream now. Hope everybody enjoyed what was ostensibly a League of Legends stream. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Good night, everybody.